And welcome to Prestige Encounters, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign brought to you by Lich Souls Gaming. I am your Dungeon Master, Michael, and we have an exciting session in store for you tonight. But before we get into all that, we have, announcements to go through. First and foremost, hi, welcome back. Sorry we were gone last week. I was a sick boy, and I couldn't talk in a weird voice for more than 10 seconds without coughing. So,
well, unless
back,
the voice
everybody.
was that. I mean, the voice could have been like a really lifelong smoker character for the rest of it. Like,
yes.
how you doing?
I remember a time when I was able to smoke cigarettes at the age of 14.
Anyway, so
Yeah, it's a good bit.
all the music you'll be hearing tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group that creates gothic, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you could be using at your tables at home. All you got to do is go to Spotify to listen to the music, open up YouTube if you want music videos, or you can even ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now. For more information, go to midnightsyndicate.com, and if you're in our Twitch chat, we have a nifty little link command to give you a clickable link. It's !midnight, and I'll take you to midnightsyndicate.com. Woo! Thank you so much, Midnight Syndicate, and we appreciate it. We have character art. All the character art that you see on this screen right now was made by Jeremiah, who is Diablo. In this campaign, he was Aspen in the last campaign, and he was Shada in the campaign before that. That's a name I haven't said in a long time. But you can join our Discord, lichsouls.com/Discord, or use the command !Discord in our Twitch chat for a clickable link, and hit him up. Slide into his DMs. Commission him so he has money for his 21st birthday in a couple weeks. So yeah, gonna be a really nice time. So cool. Yes, lichsouls.com/Discord. I feel like I don't have much else to announce.
No.
Other than
We're glad to be
Revelor
back.
is also back.
Yeah, Revelor's back, and
We're
missing another person.
Isaac is sick. It's not my fault. So yeah.
Sounds like it's your fault.
Grab your drinks, grab your snacks as we welcome you to tonight's table as we begin tonight's session of Prestige Encounters. And here to tell us what happened last week in maybe their own words, I don't know. This is never rehearsed
It's just
in front
like
of me.
it's such a mystery. It's such a mystery.
It honestly gives me anxiety, but take it away, Yi, aka Valerie.
So, from an undelivered letter in the pack of Valerie, so we will be reading a little bit of a letter that will potentially be sent and having a little bit of a song. So I'm going to say, this is in my own voice, also in my head. So have fun with this. So, can we pause the music for a moment? Thank you, Maestro.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dans les tunnels sombres, l'avant-garde voilée, à fond la rue, les ombres mêlées, sur une ville en ruine, je m'ai caché quand la magie faillit, les néons chutés. Through shadow tunnels, the Veiled Vanguard roams, facing rust and shadows, peril looms. Beneath the ruined city, a hidden path is shown. When magic faltered, the dwarves lost their home. Un forgeron perdu, pensant ouvre-lière, fouté sans relâche, dans des coups s'effondrer, dans une courbe de cherche, un joyau écalé. Dans piège ancien, un mot délicat, La paix du mage troublait leur volonté, mais vers l'inconnu, leur que l'été fait avancer. Second Smith, by his craft enslaved, hammered on as the city collapsed and caved. Within a withered corpse, a crimson gem glows. Ancient traps spring the danger it shows. The mage feels a call, their resolve put to test. But onward they venture, their quest never rests. Dear Uncle Louis, it has been too long since I've heard from you. I hope Mother is well. Mirt, I know she is not, or you would have sent word. If she wakes, please tell her that I love her dearly, and we home to see her safely again. My voyage of discovery has taken me to the dwarven kingdom of Ruebalon. There is much I would love to speak of our journey, but I know you would prefer to have a more in-depth debriefing. Trust that Diablo Dorado is keeping me safe on my voyage away from an area. Danger looms at every corner, but I believe that you have taught me well enough to keep myself safely to our next meeting. Je suppose que les instructions reviendront bientôt. Je me sens égaré sans direction. C'était merveilleux de voir Sophie. Comme toujours, sa performance était incroyable. Life in service. Service until death. Love, Valerie.
Hey! You know, French people would recognize that Guy does not speak French fluently, not because of the way that he speaks the French, but because of the way that he dresses. Anyway.
And I did butcher a little bit, a little bit, probably coming from a French Canadian perspective, but yes, my français it's a little messy, so it's a little shit.
Well, everybody, where we last left off, you have been traveling through the underground ruins of the old city of Ruebalon. You fought rust monsters while crawling through the tunnel in pursuit of where these corrupted dwarves came from. You came across a old, seemed like cult-like worship area of this creature known as the Red Light at the end of Tunnel of Despair. By Zealous Disciple. You also learned of Bergie, the greatest dwarven smith, and his ancient workshop that is somewhere within these city ruins as well. As you found a collapsed wall that broke into a mine shaft where there are these tracks that the mine carts would go on. You don't know if they transported materials or people around the city. You began to walk through a dark and damp tunnel, and then you start to hear these thunderous footsteps of something large running towards you. And let me go ahead and bring us back to the visual. And Revlor is not currently here. But you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So
yeah, I didn't see Revlor anywhere either.
I don't know who all can see that based off your sight, but somebody can, because it's illuminated for you. Who can see it?
I can see a glimmer of something horrible.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's a thing. It's yeah.
Valerie, in that case, I need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
You bastard.
You're good at those ones, though.
You're actually probably right. Wait, the bard is good at charisma?
I'd hope.
I doubt it.
I mean, my plus modifier is good, but 27, is that good enough?
27, you succeed. So as you are looking at this tunnel of these things running at you, you see this large insectoid beetle-like looking creature. And as your eyes meet it, this sense of confusion begins to wash over your mind. But you manage to fight it off. But there's something weird about this creature. It has these cracks along its carapace. It is exuding this red aura, much like the dwarves that you fought previously. And with that, it is time for everybody to be rolling initiative, please.
Oh, so we're struggling with its aura. It's is it a little bit of a Sigma monster?
Okay, every time I roll to attack you, it's opalite die.
I'm sorry. I don't have that many hit points.
I don't have any hit points. I'm just a baby.
I'm just a baby. 22.
All right.
Hey Diablo, do you want to go? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
nice.
Didn't put me in the turn order for some reason.
What is your initiative?
Mine was 22. It just didn't go in for some reason, but I'm gonna change it for the 8.
Okay.
Diablo always goes first. That is my job in this campaign.
Is anybody else not on the board?
I don't know if that's always a good thing, but
Not
Naoki
always.
is not on the board.
Yeah. Naoki.
No.
I love this atmospheric music from Midnight Syndicate.
It's not Midnight Syndicate.
I do not have
don't
access to his token.
Should. Oh wait. Gotta click and drag a different token.
Alright.
Because it's one he placed.
Okay, there you go. Cool.
All right. So, top of initiative, it is Diablo's turn.
Alright. Diablo is going to be a silly guy, and has it been pointed out where we see things from?
I'll say that Valerie has. I mean, you can hear it running down the hall. You've perceived that.
She
Down the
visibly reacted to something up ahead.
Alright, then Diablo will begin to run in. He'll use 30 feet of his movement to get right here first. And then he sees this one.
Charisma saving throw, please.
Charisma saving throw! Alright. That's a 14.
14 will just fail. I need you to roll a d8, please.
D8. 7.
7. Your action will be used to make a melee attack against Craum.
Oh.
As you come in contact with the eyes of this creature, you start to get confused in the mind. Your thoughts become all scrambled. You currently see Craum as the enemy for this turn.
Alright,
It's the Casimir play.
is that like I only see him as the enemy? Is that how that works?
You attack the closest creature to you using your action.
Using my action. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, let's see. Does a 10 hit, Cram?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Come
Does
on.
a 25 hit?
No.
Yeah, no one does.
Alright, and that does 11 points of bludgeoning damage to Cram. As, like, you know, Diablo runs up and then makes a quick turn. Just goes to punch Craum, misses, hits the wall, and then just kicks him in the head.
Okay.
And he's looking around. I just had to use my action, right?
So hold on. A creature makes a melee attack against a random creature, or does nothing if no creature is within reach, and that's all it says.
Question: it says a melee attack. It doesn't say all of your melee attacks.
It says I rolls as written. It says a melee attack. That is correct.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, yeah, use my action to make a melee attack.
Yep.
All right. Does he still take that damage then, or?
Yeah.
I did roll twice.
Yeah, he still takes it. I have
Okay.
this creature adjusted for the party size.
Cool.
Okay.
Just want I love that tank.
So
Diablo will step back to the spot he was in,
Yeah.
and let's see. All right. Yeah, I think he'll use his bonus action to take Step of the Wind, and he'll get all the way up to this thing.
There's
And
one
that's
other
where-
fact I want to make you aware of. You cannot take reactions until the start of your next turn.
No reactions. Okay.
No reactions.
All right. Cool. And that'll be that.
All right, it is now Cram's turn. Cram, and then it's going to be Naoki in the hole. All right, Cram.
okay. Cram's gonna be like, "Yo, Diablo, we good? You just punched me." And then I guess now that Diablo's gone, he'll
Cast
going
Fireball.
to cast. No, I can't see it. To be fair, he's going to cast Healing Word on himself at the first level
I was just say that would be a good moment to have Cure Wounds.
All right,
as a bonus action.
okay. So as
Yeah.
Diablo runs up and roundhouse kicks Cram in the face, Cram speaks some words of healing to mend his dented body.
Yep. And then, as an action, I can't see anything yet. And I don't really have anything. I'm going to. Could you hold a cantrip as a reaction?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold Acid Splash for when the first thing comes into my vision.
So
I'll
this is
throw
a
it to my
D&D 1 question. Can you still cast a spell slot and a cantrip in the same turn with the magic action?
He did a bonus action.
Yeah, but that was basically asking. you a
Wait,
question.
so wait, what's the question?
Can you still
So
cast?
healing word's a bonus action.
I thought
cantrip,
do
you can
one
cast
spell a
a-
turn with a magic action.
Only if it's a spell that consumes a spell slot.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, cantrips you can cast. Like if you're a sorcerer who has quicken spell, you can cast the same cantrip twice, even in the same turn.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hold Acid Splash until the first thing comes into my view.
All right.
Evil guy, first evil guy that comes into my view.
Okay. Sounds good.
And that is all.
Cool.
All right, this creature is going to go ahead and make its attacks on Diablo. It gets 2 with its claws and 1 with its mandibles. Here we go. We're gonna do the claws first.
Unacceptable.
21 to hit.
That hits.
All right. That is going to be 11 points of slashing damage.
11 points of slashing damage. All right.
And the next thing is the next attack is going to be a 13 to hit.
Misses.
So as it slashes once with its claws, it goes right down your torso from your clavicle down to right below your pec. And then it slashes again, but you manage to dodge out of the way. And then it's going to make a mandible attack. That is going to be a 26 to hit.
It hits, yeah.
All right. That is 2d8. 19 points of slashing damage.
Seeing as I cannot use my reactions, Diablo is down.
So the creature takes Diablo up its mandibles and squeezes with at his waistline. You hear a sickening crack as his ribs begin to crack and strain under the stress, and it throws him onto the ground. It makes this high-pitched squeal, reverberating sound from within its body, and it begins to run forward.
Well, that was quick.
I bet that was crazy for the people who could see it.
Valerie
Is it within range for acid splash?
It is now in range for acid splash, I believe.
What?
No, I can't see it though.
Oh, you can't see it still? Then
No,
never
I
mind.
don't have vision on it.
Oh, damn.
I thought you were holding
Does
a
nobody have
torch.
No.
No, I am.
Evelyn's got.
Oh, yeah, I can see the boundary. It's right outside of his view.
Can you see it?
You just heard
fucked
a
up.
horrible sound
Oh,
and a like
just-
skittering sound
you
as something
just
comes up.
see Diablo run up, you hear a crack, and then this screech in the darkness.
Serves him right for
Sick.
punching me. what I
It is now Naoki's turn with Thalia on deck. Valerie's in the hole. I need to go grab a tissue real fast. Excuse me.
All right. Naoki's going to move up 15 feet. And let me just measure out range stuff because I'm a little bit. All right. I got to check out who's looking hurt.
Diablo.
Diablo and Craum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Renatus is hurt somehow.
Okay, look at these spells.
Right, get it.
Yeah, one moment.
Oh my glorb.
Oh my glob.
Glob.
Naoki will run over to Cram and cast Cure Wounds.
How kind.
So that will be 10 points of HP back to you.
Lovely.
And what does he? I think he can see the thing now. Actually, could I have to roll charisma save for that then?
Yes.
All right. 16.
16 succeeds.
Cool. He has no charisma, so. So
Hooray!
that was lucky.
He rolled a base 16. Amazing. That's so
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
If Isaac is watching this, you're playing him higher charisma than he has then.
Yeah, and he'll use his bonus action for Balm of the Summer Court and use it on Diablo. This is not this is not a what would you even call this? Not nepotism. You get what I mean.
It's healer's bias.
Healer's bias, yeah. I mean everybody else is okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, Diablo gets a D6, I believe.
Thalia, you're up next.
Or let's do 2. Sorry about this. Alright, 4 HP back to Diablo. He's so strong.
You also get
Go
some
on.
temp HP.
Yeah, I got 1 temp HP.
All right, Thalia, it's your turn.
I also literally cannot see in the dark whatsoever, so I can't see anything that's going on. So I'm just gonna move slightly closer, and as my action, I'm just gonna summon my dragon so that it's ready for if it gets a bit closer and I can actually see. So that'll literally that's pretty much all I can do. Because I can't see anything.
See. If all else fails, take the dodge action. She can't see it though.
Oh no! I'm a human, I can't see anything in the dark.
Yeah.
There,
Oh,
the
my.
green one is you. Your dragon.
Yeah. If all else
Okay.
fails and you don't know what to do with your action in combat, take the dodge action.
All right. It is now Valerie's turn with Emmeline on deck.
All right. So Diablo looks a little butthurt. Hurt. So we're going to yes, this is what is going to happen. So we are going to cast a healing word. Let's just do a first level healing word to give him a little bit more get up and go as she sees past this horrible creature. So it's going to be that amount, 9 more hit point for Diablo.
Cool.
So it's good. Okay. And I'm gonna hit it with, as my action, a starry wisp.
You can see the creature?
Oh yeah, she can definitely see the
I
creature.
need you to make a charisma saving throw, please. Unless
Again?
you choose to avert your eyes, and you get to attack with disadvantage. Because you are
Well,
aware of this ability, you know.
I had to look at the creature to see Diablo.
All right, I need a charisma save.
Yeah. 13, I failed.
Roll a d8.
A D8. GM roll or public roll?
Public.
Okay. 1, natural 1.
1. So, you do nothing during this turn.
Valerie looks confused and her nose starts to bleed and she just stands there doing nothing.
You do nothing. You lose.
All right, and with that, it is now Emmeline's turn. I'm on deck. Diablo's in the hole.
Emmeline
You are
has just
currently
watched.
prone. Yeah.
Emily just watched Craum get kicked in the head. Diablo just disappeared into the darkness. And Valerie's just sitting there, zoning out. So with
Like having a
caution...
stroke, blood just streaming down her nose.
Yeah. So with caution, she will move forward. Oh, wow. Look at that.
I need a charisma saving throw, please.
Shoot. That's all right. I'm super charismatic. I have so much charisma in my body. 5.
You fail. I need a d8.
1.
You stand there and do nothing for the rest of your turn.
Can I do my
Sisters.
I'm sorry, what was that? What was that, Cram?
Can I do my acid splash? I can see it now.
Yes.
Pretty please.
I need
Okay.
to ask you to do a charisma save.
Oh well, that's just no fun, is it?
Does it have to be on his turn?
14.
It is whenever you see the creature. I need to roll a d8, please.
Oh.
And by seeing the creature, it's automatically assuming that you're looking at its eyes.
I'll see the creature
3.
too.
You see the creature too? Well, at the
Yeah.
start of your turn, you'll make a save. So you do nothing now.
So I don't get my reaction.
You do not.
Oh, that's a load of malarkey that was.
All right.
I was hoping this was one of those you pass the saving throw and you just...
The ground bursts from behind Valerie. And this screech is in your ear. It's going to make attacks against you. 24 to hit.
Sure.
13 points of slashing damage as it scratches down your back. Oh, sorry, microphone. Love you, mean it.
You did so much damage you hurt the microphone.
I did. I really did. Another 24 to hit.
Yeah, that just barely hits.
That will be 10 points of slashing damage. And then the mandibles. Come on, 14 to hit.
Oh god. It's been such a long I've had time to consider what my armor classes. Get out of my way, feed. That misses.
That misses. So as it slashes once, goes for another one, digs into your shoulder, and then as it bites you, manage to duck out of the way and misses that attack. At the top
Does she duck out of the way?
round,
Or does she just kind of like flop to the side and her like still?
it is your character. I'll let you decide.
Yeah.
Running at the top of the round, entering the battlefield, is Renatus, having caught up with you.
Woo!
Right here. Right there, Renatus.
You see him.
Right there.
Actually, see
Right
him.
there. Okay, hold on one sec. And what? Right there.
Diablo, it is your turn.
Still can't see anything.
All right, Diablo, he stands up, and having figured out that looking at this thing kind of sucks, he's going to avert his eyes as he runs forward.
Okay, so any attack you make is with disadvantage.
That is true. It is with disadvantage. And, yeah, what? Looking at the wrong sheet.
Since I didn't use my sorcerer's thingamabobby, my reaction is for like my cast. Do I still have my reaction?
You do not have a reaction until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
Don't roll your eyes at me, young man.
I didn't. I was just turning my head aggressively.
That's
Okay.
yeah. That's
Okay.
not that. You would know when a British man rolls his eyes at you.
Yeah. Anyhow, Diablo will attack this thing at disadvantage. That's a 12.
12 will miss.
And he will do it again for 16.
16 will also miss.
It also misses.
Uh-oh.
God damn it! Alright, anyway, let me look at this thingy really quick. Yeah, he will use his bonus action for Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
He's got to keep trying to hit this thing. An 18.
That will just hit.
All right, and that does 7 points of bludgeoning damage,
7
and
points
he
of
will make
bludgeoning.
it a silly stunning strike.
Okay. What's the save?
It is, sorry, one moment. It's been a minute since I've used this. All right. That is... So proficiency bonus right now. +3. Okay, yeah, that's a DC 15 wisdom save, I believe.
A DC 15 wisdom save. All right, that's not looking promising. It is a 3.
Yeah, it's stunned.
All right.
And he will make one more attack.
Now we're at straight attack, cause
Yeah, straight roll.
yeah.
Alright. Which is a 19 to hit. For 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
19 for 8 points of bludgeoning. Got it.
Yep. And that'll be his turn.
All right, so Diablo attacks 2 times and misses the first 2 attacks, and then finds his center and attacks, and then finds a weak point within the exoskeleton of this large insectoid creature, stunning it, allowing him to attack once more, dealing quite a bit of damage within that turn. It's now Cram's turn.
Okie dokie, I'm going to cast Flame Blade at level 2 bash as my bonus action. I'm then going to, while casting it, use one singular sorcery point to transform it from fire to acid, so it's now an acid blade, and then I'm gonna run up to this one that's stunned
Okay.
and attack.
Are you averting your gaze?
Suppose that
Okay.
I will.
All right.
So it's just a regular roll. Why is it not? Right, it's a d20 plus 8, so it's an 8 to this. 18.
18 will just hit.
Lovely,
Whoa.
that's 3d6 plus 5 acid damage. 14 acid damage.
14 points of acid damage to this creature. It is stunned, and it is well, actually, hold on one second. Let me double check something.
A stuns crits?
No.
Oh,
What I'm seeing is
Yeah, the-
so actually you don't have to avert your gaze. You just get advantage on your attacks because
Okay,
it is
cool.
incapacitated at the moment.
roll another d20 then. Nah, that would have not been very good. But other than that, I technically admit 10 foot of dim and then 10 foot of bright and then 10 foot of dim. If you can put that on me, pretty please.
Okay.
But other than that, that is my turn.
You're all glowy.
Well,
That sword.
even though it's now technically
It's bright green acid.
you know,
Like nuclear glowy stuff. Big glow stick.
There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. So it is now the creature's turn, and it is stunned until the start of your next turn, or does it get a save at the start of its turn?
I think it's the start of my next turn. Let me double check. Yeah, until the start of my next turn.
All right, so we're gonna skip over that. Is now Naoki's turn with Thalia on deck. Not us in the hole.
All right. Naoki, there is a big thing behind him. He needs to make another thing, doesn't he?
Unless he averts his gaze.
That is true. He can avert his gaze from that one. Let me just go through his stuff. I am not used to the spell casting on these sheets. All right. All right, yeah, he will avert his gaze from the blue one.
Okay.
And yeah, he'll cast Moonbeam. At the second level, I guess. So yep, he'll do it like sorry, let me draw this. I guess just like enough to cover the red one.
Yeah, so it's one square. It's a 5-foot square.
It's a cylinder with a 5-foot radius, so it's a 10-foot across cylinder.
Did they update that?
I guess so. That's how the spell description reads.
Okay.
So it would just entirely cover the red one. And it doesn't proc until it starts its next turn, right?
At the start of the creature's turn.
Okay, cool. And that will be his turn for now.
All right, it is now Vally's turn with Renata's on deck. Valerie's in the hole.
Right. I want to shoot it with a bow, which means I'm taking it. I have to look at it. So
Which one are you shooting?
the one in front of me.
So you do not have to avert your gaze. It is currently stunned until the start of Diablo's next turn.
Right.
And
Yeah, that's fine
Can't
then.
make you avert your gaze while it's incapacitated.
Cool. I'm gonna use my longbow to attack it first then.
Okay.
So a 27.
27 will hit.
It's large.
If that worked.
You get
Did it
advantage.
click it? Oh, okay.
You can get a nat 20.
Oh, I already rolled it anyway. And then that's 9 piercing damage for that one.
9 points of piercing damage. As this creature, a bow pierces through the armor of the creature.
And then because I technically get 2 attacks, I'm gonna just do the same thing again.
Okay. From the wound, this red mist begins to leak out, dissipating into the air.
14. I'm taking doesn't.
14
Roll
does
again.
not hit.
You do have advantage.
Advantage.
You do have advantage.
I'll just do it again then.
Yep.
20.
20 hits.
5 piercing damage.
5 points of piercing damage.
Yes.
Continuing to target her next object of her hunter's sight. She unleashes another arrow. Once again, piercing through the thick carapace-like armor of this creature.
And then I'm just gonna move backwards a little bit so that I'm not as close. And that'll be it for mine.
Alright. It is now Renata's turn. Valerie is on deck.
Okay. Let's see here. So first things first. Was I at full health at the start of this fight, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
you would be.
Just making sure.
We'd taken a long rest, yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Because that was not updated. Okay.
Unless you get
Ignore
hurt by
that.
the rust monsters on the way in.
Well, it's that. Still plenty of time. Okay. That's not the right number. Boop. Cool. Okay. Logistics are out of the way. So currently, has these things noticed me yet?
Not
As well
that
as either-
you're aware of.
Okay, cool. So. Okay. In that case, I will keep in my position and I will summon my echo.
Okay.
And
Summoning his echo. Groundbreaking.
oh right,
Does his echo have to make a charisma saving throw?
Nope.
I can't see anything from all the way back here. Apparently,
Do you not have dark vision?
nope.
Oh, that sucks for you.
It does suck for me. The one time I pick a character that does not have dark vision.
We gotta get you guys all those fancy goggles.
Yeah. But that won't do my echo any good.
Maybe your echo has dark vision.
It does not.
They used to, but not anymore. Anyway, well, that it never became official, I should say. Yeah. So I'll just attack from my echo's position. I'm gonna assume he's right next to this
It
one
is
right
with
here. I don't.
disadvantage if you attack.
It is with disadvantage. All right. Cool.
Interestingly, the creature is in torchlight, so he would technically be able to see it.
It's at the edge. I can see the right side of the monster,
Yeah.
not the side that I'm on of it.
Well,
it's like, oh, cool, I can
Just
see the
make
moon
your
just
attack
great,
with
except I'm on the dark side of it right now. So
You see the
Okay.
silhouette. Beats Valerie in the head.
let's see. That is gonna be. That didn't roll twice. It's gonna be an 18.
18 just hits.
All right, cool. For 10 slashing damage.
10 points of slashing damage on the one marked blue as the echo comes slashing down his executioner's blade, sinking into the armor of this creature. This yellow red goo starts to come out.
Red
Okay.
mist and red goo. Thank you for those 2 images today.
Okay, wait.
You're welcome.
Where I'm there. Echo is somewhere in the darkness. There it is. Okay, we're fine.
Here's another image. Hypodermic needle stabbing into your bone.
Oh, great. Love that. That's all I'll do for now.
All right. It is now Valerie's turn with Emmeline
All right.
on deck.
Valerie will close her eyes, gathering this, and because this wonderful thing I can do, which is a cantrip, just requires me to be able to see or hear a creature, she's going to slew a bunch of insults at the blue creature behind her. You chitinous piece of shite. You're so ugly that I have to close your eyes. I'm sure your mother had to close your eyes when you were born.
That might have been a little far.
Well, at least you saved his family on the cremation or on the funeral cost.
It's
That cremation you just hit him with.
Save.
Wisdom saving throw DC 16.
Wisdom saving throw 13. Sorry, 14.
Fails.
Fails. Okay,
Takes
roll damage.
10 psychic damage.
10 points of psychic damage this creature takes as its
As it
feelings
bas-
are a little hurt.
Yeah,
You insulted
basically
him,
saying
stupid.
The reason everyone-
Emotional damage.
Yeah, and she's gonna healing word herself.
Fair.
Yeah, so yeah, and healing herself for an amount of healing, and then that'll be my turn. 13.
All right, it is now Emmeline's turn.
Yeah. Emmeline's just going to snicker a little bit after hearing these very cutting insults as she casts Firebolt at the red one.
All right. With advantage, please. With feeling.
Was feeling.
Yeesh.
Fumble.
So 13
Yikes.
will not hit.
I was too busy laughing. Enough with the jokes, guys.
With
We
your
gotta get
laughing, your arm
serious.
shakes. You're unable to focus on the target,
her
and
arm-
your arm goes astray, which makes you miss.
What, her palms are sweaty?
Knees weak too.
Mom spaghetti.
That's my turn.
All right, it is now the one marked blue's turn, and guess who just insulted its looks?
Well, yeah.
Valerie does an 8 hit.
Well, I also forgot to mention, is that at disadvantage?
Oh, well, in that case, does an 8 hit?
No, it's, yeah, so, yeah, it doesn't matter. it doesn't hit. I forget, so it's,
does
the
a
next...
12 hit?
Nope, still doesn't hit. Valerie is, like, dodging with her eyes closed right now. It's great.
Does double natural 2s?
That definitely
misses.
hits.
That also misses.
Yeah, okay.
So this creature with it's just attacking in pure rage as you made it think a little bit too hard about its own identity and looks. Those are very intellectual creature feelings to be having, in which it's trying to attack you wildly, just swinging about, thrashing, and you're able to dodge. And top of the round is now the officer and Cram's on deck.
Yippee. So the stun is worn off. Diablo is averting his gaze once more, and he will attack the thing with disadvantage. Let's get that.
You need blind sight.
Blind sight would be silly, but it's not worth the dip.
Well, we could blind him and then make him get it.
That's a 15.
15 will miss.
And a 9 doesn't hit.
All right, anything else for your turn?
Flurry of blows.
All right, take it away.
All right, yeah. Gonna try the same thing pretty much. 9 and an 18.
18 will just hit.
And seeing as he got this far, he's gonna try the stunning strike again. Just another wisdom save.
All right, and that costs your mojo points as well to use.
That does, yes.
All right, natural 2. It is stunned again.
Nice.
Yay!
And
MVP.
do you deal damage for your 18 to hit?
Oh yeah. That's 5 points of bludgeoning
5
damage.
points of bludgeoning damage on the one marked red. It is now stunned once more. And with that, it's now Cram's turn.
Awesome sauce.
Take them to Craum.
So I've already got my epic sword out. So as my action, I'm just gonna throw that at him. Not throw it, but you know what I mean. Attack heftily with advantage because I'm epic. So 2d20. So one will be a 27 to hit.
Hits.
Lovely. So that's going to be 21 acid damage.
21 points of acid damage as Cram, taking revenge for being roadhouse kicked in the skull, is attacking wildly at this creature.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to use my free cast of healing word. No, I'm not going to use that apparently. I'm going to use just a regular level 1 healing word then at Diablo.
Thank you.
Okay.
For 8 healthy hit points.
Yippee.
And then I'm going to move away. No, I'm not going to stay here. That'll be all.
Okay. I need a damage roll on the moonbeam as it automatically fails its saving throw.
Yep. Let me just apply the healing to Diablo. It was
And
8.
then Naoki is on deck. So keep that character sheet up.
Yep, character sheet's up. Alright. Here we go. It's a moonbeam. Ooh. That's 12 points of radiant damage on the red one.
This creature is looking bloodied as it is taking quite a substantial amount of damage. Roughly 80 points since initiative started.
Wow.
All right, and with that, it's now Naoki's turn with Ali on deck. Renatus is in the hole.
Alright, Naoki is going to use a silly little bonus action to cast Healing Word on Valerie. Because those hits hurt, even though she didn't get hit much. Yeah. Where is this? That's 7 hit points.
That's 7 more than I had. Thank you.
Yes, and as an action, he will cast Thorn Whip at the blue one, I suppose, or not at the blue one, actually, at the red one.
All right.
It'll move 10 feet first, though. So that will be a nat 20.
Natural 20. Go ahead and roll the damage.
All right, that's 16 points of piercing damage to the red one, and it is pulled, I believe, 10 feet closer.
It cannot be pulled 10 feet because it will occupy the space of another creature.
Wouldn't it push? Is that not how that works?
I do not believe so.
Regardless.
Thornwood's
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that'll be his turn.
All right. This creature is looking really hurt. It is now Thalia's turn. When Renana's on deck, Valerie's in the hole.
Oh god. I'm gonna use my bonus thing to cast Hunter's Mark on the creature that's red.
All right.
And then I'm gonna basically do the same as what I did last time. Hit it with my longbow again. I got a 26.
I think it's still an advantage because it's stunned. It's worth it to see in case you get a crit.
Do you want me to do it again then? We'll have a look.
26 will hit.
So that's 8 from just the normal piercing damage. And from the Hunter's Mark, that's 6.
6, okay.
And then I'm gonna do it again. 28. I'll just roll it again for funsies.
As a treat.
Yeah.
As a reward.
Treat?
28.
No treat? No treat.
Treat?
Oh, no.
So that's 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
And the
And 4 from the force damage of the Hunter's Mark.
All right. This arrow goes into the center of the forehead of this creature and straight on through into the wall behind it, bringing the creature down. As the creature goes down, this red mist spreads from its body, and everybody within a 15-foot radius of it, that includes Craum, Diablo, Thalia, and Emmeline. I need you to make Constitution saving throws as you inhale this gas, this mist, this aura, and you begin to cough. Emmeline, you get advantage on this.
We once again found another exploding enemy.
So did you say Constitution save?
Constitution save.
That's a 20.
That's your advantage.
I didn't realize I was muted, guys. It's a great thing that I was muted, though.
That's the biggest roll I've ever seen.
Great for stream, everybody. Great stream.
I just said something that was not
That will be
friendly.
13 points of poison damage. If you are resistant to poison, that is halved. But 13 points of poison damage. And there is a minus 1d4 to attacks. If you failed.
If you succeed, do you take the damage?
You do not.
Okay.
Wait, what was it?
I'm sorry, I didn't say what the DC was.
Yeah.
So Craum succeeds, Diablo succeeds, Thalia succeeds, and that's Thalia's Emmeline's the only one who failed.
Cool.
So minus 1d4
Stellar.
until further notice.
Is that for the roll or for the damage?
That is for the roll.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that you gave the little foreshadow about it leaking mist, and I'm like, is it gonna explode? I'm saying in the back of my head, I'm not
They
gonna let
both
people
are
know that.
leaking the mist.
When you said one was leaking fluid, the other one was leaking mist, so it's kind of.
All right. Anything else for your turn, Thalia? I don't believe there's anything else you can do other than move. All right, it is now Redonis' turn with Valerie on deck.
That's me. Okay. Let's see here. Nope, not that. Perfect. Okay. Wait, let me. Okay, whenever I hit it. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm gonna join next to my echo here, right there. Right? Am I next to it? I can't tell.
Your echo
let me
is
look.
you are not.
Okay, hold on, one more square. There. Okay, just had to check stream. All right, we're good. Okay, so first things first. Okay, so if I take the attack action,
It's with disadvantage.
I understand that, but if I also use a spell that requires me to make a melee attack, can I do both those at the same time?
What, from the attack action?
Yeah.
No, because that would be the magic action, not the attack action.
What is the spell you're trying to use?
Booming Blade.
You have to cast Booming Blade before you can attack.
The attack action is part of the casting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
you make an attack as a result of using the magic action.
so that's
But it's
yeah.
not technically the attack.
Okay, so it's not the attack action. Okay, got it.
Oh yeah,
Correct.
exactly.
Okay. In that case,
But you actually do the damage of whatever attack you're
yeah.
attack you're doing. Just,
Yeah, and I don't want to waste my action surge just yet.
yeah, it's kind of a,
So, okay.
a double for one spell.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll move up right there next to it, next to my echo, and I'll take my attack against it. Two-handed, of course.
If only.
If only. It wouldn't matter because I would have had to have advantage for that to be a crit either way. So that's an 8.
8 will miss.
Okay, cool.
Fernandus
And
is swinging wildly into the darkness, trying to find his target.
yeah. And then also, I like to think that the monster's just wide enough for this cave that I can't see any light around it. And then also
That makes
using
sense.
one charge of Unleash Incarnation to attack from my Echo's position. 20.
20
Dirty
will
20.
hit.
Sweet. For 13. 13 damage. Slashing damage.
All right. 13 points of slashing damage as this creature gets slashed by the echo.
And let's see here. I think that's about all I can do. Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right. It is now Valerie's turn with Emmeline on deck.
All right, Valerie is going to do the very brave move of using disengage. Because she heard the first one explode, and she is not looking at the creature, kind of walking away from it. Gonna move to like here. And she's gonna kind of quickly glance at her party, trying to avoid looking at the creature, and is going to look at Emmeline, who looks a little bit hurt, and is going to go, Emmeline, darling, you look like you need a little bit of recuperation. And use the first level healing word on her as well. 11 healing.
11 points of healing. All right.
Action, bonus action, movement. I have completed my turn. Thank you.
Emmeline, it is now your turn with Diablo in the hole.
Excellent. We're gonna step right over this dragon here so we can get a better view. And we're gonna firebolt that hoe. Bam bam. I'm gonna have to do some math though, because it's a D4, right? For the minus portion.
Correct. So that already misses.
Well, the spirit is the spirit's there. The spirit's there. Thank you.
But the flash
That's
is
my
not
turn.
rolling.
All right, it is now the creature's turn. It is going to turn around and attack Renatus. Renatus does a 15 hit.
Nope.
Renatus does a 7 hit.
Nope.
Does a natural 20 hit.
No.
No.
All right, let's roll some die.
You're going to
Okay.
be rolling some die by the looks of it.
26 points of slashing damage as its mandibles grab you by the arm and twist it. A
that all?
popping sound as your shoulder gets dislocated.
Been a while since I've been to the chiropractor anyway.
And that is the creature's turn. As actually, no, I lied. It is going to burrow and disappear as it goes through the wall.
Because I talk mean things, it's going to reappear next to me. I know it.
All right.
Renatus. Never mind. Diablo, it is all your turn. Cram's on deck. Naoki's in the hall.
I got a question about the whole seeing it ability. Do I have to be close to it for it to proc, or do I just have to see it?
So I'm sorry, one more time.
Is there a range for before I actually have to make a save? Because I can see it right now.
Oh, if you can see the creature, you have to make the save unless you've hurt your gaze.
Okay. All right then. Diablo, I guess seeing as he sees it, he will he'll avert his gaze as soon as he sees it, I guess, because that's the only way I could really do that. And he'll run over to it using his movement. Kind of just signal to everybody it's over here, you know? And he'll make a couple of attacks. He'll pull out his silly backup daggers in both of his hands, and he'll make some attacks.
Okay.
Wrong sheet. No wonder. So I forgot to roll that at disadvantage, but it's already looking like it's not going to hit.
Correct.
Yep, 11, and then he will make another attack. Disadvantage. Using his bonus action. I believe light weapons in this current edition just allow you to attack again as a bonus
you have
action.
to get the mastery of those.
I think the mastery for it just allows you to do it as part of your action.
Yeah, because
I can use my bonus action to just do it though.
yeah, because you're using basic two-handed fighting.
No, I think even without a two-handed.
Yeah, but you're using like the basic two-handed action.
Yeah,
because you have two light weapons.
So.
Yeah, because there is definitely like with the mastery you can just make an attack with a second weapon within your action without using your bonus action. It's fascinating.
When you take an attack action on your turn and attack with a light weapon, you can make one extra attack as a bonus action later on the same turn.
Yeah,
That extra attack must be made with a different light weapon, and you don't add your ability modifier to the extra attack damage unless the modifier is negative.
So you got two daggers.
All right, yeah, I got two daggers. It's I missed with all three attacks anyway, so that'll be that.
All right.
Great.
It is now Cram's turn. Naoki on deck.
Okay, I got a quick question because I might be a cheater. If I cast a concentration spell and then on my next turn, I've got the concentration spell up, but then cast a level spell. Does that drop the concentration spell, or is it only another
concentration? Only
concentration?
cancels concentration.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
cool. So
only
I'm not a
way that
cheater.
would be if you held that non-concentration spell, you would lose your other concentration.
Right, okay. I'm okay then.
Yeah.
I didn't cheat, we're all good. I'm going to follow around here then towards where Deblo was signaling. 20, 25. I'll move to there. And then I shall shoot a nice and simple firebolt at it.
Classic firebolt.
Yep.
I need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh yes. I forgot to say I'm
you're
looking
gonna-
away.
I know.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm good at these. We're all good.
Nice.
17.
17 will succeed.
Okay, I can make this a regular attack, which is a d20 plus 5. So 16.
16. How do you want to do this?
Woo! As it's like opening its mouth to come clamp down on Diablo, I just flick a firebolt straight into its mouth and it like starts burning from the inside out.
And with that, I need a Constitution save from the two of you. As
Ooh,
the
I see.
carapace
Got
begins
you.
to break apart and this red mist cloud spreads throughout the area.
12. Ooh.
You're going to take some poison damage.
14.
You are also going to take the poison damage.
You're rolling yours at disadvantage, Jeremiah?
Oh, I did roll a disadvantage. That was a 22,
You
actually.
succeed.
Yeah.
23 points of poison damage, Cram, and you have 1d4 subtraction to your attack rolls.
Until
Okay, I'm
Until the poison
resistant
condition
to
ends.
half of that, which is 12.
Can you be poisoned?
I'm immune to disease and magical sleep, but I'm resistant to poison.
All right, so not the poison condition. So yeah, you're minus 1d4
Yeah.
and
half,
11
but it's-
points of
11.
poison damage.
Awesome. Is that the last of them, Diablo? Did you see any more?
I didn't really see anything else. I just charged at the last one that I saw.
Okay. Also, you like kicked me. Was that one of these guys' effects, or was you just a little bit
No,
feisty?
Bags.
I
That
saw.
will end
I
initiative,
saw.
by the way.
Listen, I saw two guys. I saw one guy, and then as soon as I saw him, another tinier version of him came in burrowing out of the wall, right in front of me. So I just decided to squash that thing right there. As soon as I kicked it, it was gone.
So you were,
Okay.
you were seeing, you looked like the creature in that moment to him. It's definitely not him kicking you in the face for hurting us all with a bunch of damage from
No, I can see it. My horns are kind of like the pincers on it. It's
like a mandible.
yeah, I can see it.
Are there any red gems left in the remnants of these creatures, or have they dissolved?
They have dissolved.
Okay.
Youchie, wouchie.
Hey, Vanatus. You decided to rejoin the party?
Indeed.
You have a good nap there, or whatever you were doing?
I reckon he got tired of taking care of the horses.
Yes. He does like to take care of the horses. So, we were going
Quick
to go in this-
question.
Yes.
Sorry to cut you off.
please.
Out of character. Does anyone else have a passive perception of 11 or higher?
Massive perception? Yeah, I have more than
Mine's 15.
Mine's 14.
Sweet.
12.
I've got an 11.
Excellent. In that case, if you so choose, you can just hear Emlyn muttering to herself and talking very quietly, kicking rocks around the tunnel.
Oh,
All right. Anyway, you were saying?
Someone's being a weirdo in the corner.
Yes. Yes, as I saw, whatever I was talking about, I'm a little distracted. She walks up to Emmeline and does prestidigitation to like get rid of the like weird red glow off and going. You don't normally talk to yourself under your breath. Normally you talk to yourself out loud. What's going on?
I'm so confused. I thought, I don't know, she'll stop for a second as if she's like listening through the tunnels. This must be the right way. I just didn't expect that, so I'm a little frustrated is all.
Well, I mean, we're going to assume that everything in here is dangerous. We're here to look for the source of these creatures, so... I mean, we found dwarves corrupted, now we found these giant insectoids, and they look corrupted as well. I presume they're not the source, but more victims of whatever this is.
Perhaps. Did those look similar to the rust beetles, or were they different kinds of beetles?
Make a nature check. Unless you're asking in
Sweet.
character.
No, I was asking you. 12. Big beetle knowledge right now.
12. They are clearly different creatures. The rust monsters are one thing. These had no like ability like that. These seem to be something slightly different, although you can't quite pinpoint what they were.
Okay. If we'd like, we could keep walking. There might be more.
all I know is I need to find somewhere to get a new sword, because those bugs ate and rusted most of it.
You know, maybe we find a treat or two that blacksmith left behind. Get you a new sword.
Oh, you can imagine. A smith who was working in the collapse of the city. I wonder what kind of weapons he would have in his forge.
Secret fancy weapons.
Maybe magical. Perhaps a legendary mythical weapon that eats gems and insults you.
Only legendary mythical weapon I'd ever need would be one that creates another one of me. Twice the power.
Well, there are, I think, technically magical spells that we could duplicate you, but you'd need a powerful wizard to do that, and it would not be strong. Because, Diablo, nothing can be stronger than your potential. It would just be...
Now that I think about it, if there were two of me, I wouldn't be okay with that, because, it'd be threatening my power.
Yeah.
And,
You'd steal all your glory.
Exactly. I don't think I could work as a tag team duo.
Yes. You'd be the mini-me to your own power.
And if you have two immortal Diablos, it kind of ruins the aspect of just one, you're not unique anymore.
But the question is, if you to rip out the heart of the stronger Diablo and consume it, would you gain his power?
Probably.
Huh.
That's how that works, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You see, my blood's a blessing to anything that eats it. So if I eat my own blood, it's just beneficial.
Okay. So, are we moving forward?
If everyone's comfortable, I'm ready.
Craum has a dent in his forehead in the shape of a boot, and Diablo looks a little worse for wear, but...
And I'll walk it off. we get into another scuffle, I'll be right as rain.
Yes. This doesn't look like a good place to stop and take a short rest, so.
I mean,
Yeah, I
we
mean,
must be nearing our destination soon, though.
Hopefully. Well, let's hope that there's
Hopefully.
nothing more dangerous down below.
You can see pretty well in the dark, can't you, Valerie?
Oh, yes, that's just a gift of the Sylvan blood that comes from my mother's elven blood, so, you know, you can see a little bit in the dark.
Would you mind
Diablo can see as well.
taking the front with me? Maybe, Diablo, you could watch the back?
All right, make sure nothing else sneaks up on us.
Yes.
That's alright.
Keep those torches lit as well, and we do need to find a way to. Well, hopefully we don't have too many adventures in dark, forbidden mines underneath collapsed cities, huh?
I'm liking the vibe. All dusty.
Yes. You
It's
didn't get
full
to
of
eat those
despair.
insects, though, right? I mean, they were pretty big insects. I wonder what they tasted like.
Probably similar to larger animals. You know, think about I imagine it similarly to like, let's say goat is to horses, how the rust beetles would perhaps be to these. But that's an assumption.
My uncle Louis always used to say that anything you haven't tried generally just tastes like chicken.
That's an interesting way to think,
Yes.
but to each their own.
Yes. So I think that dragon tastes like burnt pork. That's what he said once. It didn't make any sense. I wouldn't think it would taste like pork.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of fatty.
Yes, he liked to pull my leg when I was a little girl, so I'm pretty sure that was a lie.
Has anyone here eaten dragon?
You know, I got a little bit of blood in my mouth when we fought those two out there, and tasted like glory.
I unfortunately have no idea what that tastes like, but
You wouldn't.
Oh,
Thalia, did you eat a
Alright.
dragon? Is that how you gained your power?
no, I would never eat a dragon. I would never eat something that's the same as my companion. I'm likely
Talia?
offended.
Talia, does your
Mhm.
dragon grow its tail back? Because we could always test this tail out. We'll cut the tail off, and if it regrows,
I'm stopping you right there. You are not taking a bite out of my dragon companion. Thank you very much.
I could heal it.
No,
Okay.
some things are left to be uneaten, and that thing is my dragon.
I mean, at least I'm not talking about cutting its arms off and replacing my arms with it.
I feel like there would be more empathy for it if it had a name.
Yes. What is his name? Oh, horse. I don't want to gender it.
Well, I don't actually have a name for it, but the first name that actually pops into my mind is Kevin.
Kevin? That's perfect.
it's a very
That will
exotic name.
do.
I've never heard that one before.
That definitely hurt.
That was the only thing that came up.
As the party continues through the mine shafts, you notice as these patches of this plant-like substance is like sort of like a moss or a lichen is kind of growing along the walls, and from them you start to see the shimmer of these red and black crystals, like energy coalescing into a crystalline form. They give off a soft glow of this red light, kind of making everything that appears within this cave dimly red. the absence of all other colors.
Is this all infected? What is this? She's gonna kneel down a little bit and just...
Don't taste it. Don't taste it.
she'll mage hand pluck some off the wall.
Make an Arcana check.
Sick. On it. Major research.
Is there any way I can help with this?
You can do so with advantage, Emmeline. 24 without advantage. Let's see what Cram's help is.
Oh, useless.
You're just distracting me.
So as you're looking at, you've heard of corrupting arcane forces, sort of like stuff that most of it tends to be demonic. You've heard of this like demonic type of plant, this demon that is made of a plant that can grow around doorways, and when it completes growing completely around the doorway, it turns into a portal that allows demons to come through, but takes a very long time to complete that growth. This seems to be different somehow. This seems to be more eldritch in its origin. It is interesting and puzzling because it's not that this is spreading per se, it's that it's finding patches of which it just starts to grow. And this is where you start to get this, as you're looking around, there's this red glow or sparkle in just the air, like a low-hanging fog. And as you look down the tunnel, it seems to start to get a little bit denser.
That's concerning.
I think we should try to mask up.
I think we should.
If anyone has
Something to cover your mouth with, Diablo.
I have an extra just piece of cloth that if someone needs it.
Can I use my cloak as a cover?
Yeah.
Would that work? Cool.
Valerie ties like a handkerchief around her mouth.
And then the other folks don't really need to breathe.
Yeah.
Can I have everybody deafen except for Emmeline, please?
Oh God.
Oh, okay. All right.
Uh-oh.
Gonna be fun.
I can protect you and your friends if you allow it. A contract can be made, or one of them can be your canary in this cave.
With a contract? What do you mean, a contract? I'm not
grant
signing
you
anything.
Ability and power, and you sign part of yourself over to me. A tool you will become in exchange for great gifts.
I value knowledge and power, I do. But I desire some semblance of honesty. So I just want to know, what are you? What are you based in? You've described it to me before, but are you demonic? Or are you eldritch, as I'm beginning to suspect?
I existed before light came to this world. I am from the beyond, a mere fragment of what I once was. You will see soon enough, little bird. The voice goes silent. And And welcome back, everybody else.
Oh, Isaac is still deafened.
So, who is taking the lead?
Well, it would have been Valerie and Emmeline because Valerie can see.
Yeah, do you want to just take up my shoulder and keep an eye out?
Of course. Let's go arm in arm.
All right.
Like they're off to see the wizard.
I would like to go in the middle because I cannot see anything in the dark. So, safety around me.
Who's taking up the rear?
Diablo.
Diablo will take up the rear. Yeah, can I get perception checks from those two parties, please? The front and the back.
The front and
Should Emmeline
the
roll
back.
as well because she's with Valerie?
Yes. Yes, definitely. 20. Let's go.
You begin to
Yeah.
follow the minecart tracks. Sometimes this red moss, this red and black moss, the crystals are grown over it. The party tends to walk around where they can, jump over where they can. And as you walk down the cave, it opens up to a greater area. You notice that this was once a trellis bridge in which the minecart would use to cross this chasm that lays before you. But across this 50-foot chasm, there is no longer a bridge, but broken rails bending downwards from whatever large stone might have fallen from above and caused the bridge to collapse. And this is where we're going to take our mid-session break, everybody.
Damn.
So everybody, we will be back here in about 20-ish minutes as we take this time to refresh ourselves and prepare for the rest of the session ahead. If you are just now joining us,
Oh my gosh, hello. I know you're hearing our delightful voices, potentially on one of the many podcast networks you can find us on, because we're like everywhere. We're on all the podcast networks. We do this. But yeah, I was gonna say welcome to session 14. If you can believe it, there were 13 sessions before this, and all of them are fantastic. So if you want to go back and catch that, we keep all of our old recordings on the podcast networks, and we also release it every Monday on the YouTubes. So you can hear the playback. But if you want to catch us live, we do this every week on places like Twitch, Lich Souls at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can just see our lovely faces and hear us do this live, and it's fun. We play other things too.
When procedure counters says every week, they mean almost every week or near every week, but sometimes things come up like sickness, holidays, etc.
Yeah. Well, and if you're joining us from the future, you're watching episode session like 400 of campaign 17, and you've just been watching us every week on an ongoing basis. You didn't realize we had breaks every week. Every week.
Anyway, we'll be back here momentarily. Enjoy this break as we continue onward, and we'll see you all real soon.
And welcome back,
everyone. So where we last left off, the party had
Been
come
too long.
to a chasm in which they found these mine tracks where this eldritch corrupting energy had taken its root in the city of Ruebalon, the old ruins of the city of Ruebalon, pre-Tears of Tumes, in which magic failed throughout the world, and the new city was built on top. So the tracks in the bridge are ruined. It's about 50 feet across from end to end to get across this chasm. What all would you like to do?
Well, I guess we got to go back. There's no way to go forward.
Well, I mean, I have ideas.
Okay. Well,
Oh
let's start
god.
with your ideas.
My first idea would be to send perhaps our most athletic, maybe, I don't know, maybe Diablo. Send him across with Featherfall,
Okay. Wait.
and then he can just like set up a rope on the other side and we can climb across.
How long is the gap again?
50 feet.
50 feet.
50 feet? Okay.
Renatus, would you be able to swap position with your shadow over on that side? Or is it too far?
Is that a
Earth to
too
Renatus?
far?
It's interesting
Relax.
for. I mean,
Hello?
I've definitely used like a grappling hook before, but I don't have one because we might have been able to throw that across with some rope.
Oh, sorry. You were asking about my echo. Sorry, I was
Yes.
eating my snack. Sorry. All right, what was the question again? Wait, how far? Wait, how far? How 50 feet? Nope, too far.
Okay. So that's one option. Wait, Talia. Can
Yes.
your dragon carry a rope and fly?
It can only go 30 feet, I think. But it can't fly yet either, it can only walk.
Okay.
He's not strong enough yet.
What
Still
a
little
useless
Kevin.
fucking dragon. Might as well call it a lizard at
Hey!
this point.
And I
A
assume
lizard
the
with
chasm-
skin flaps.
The chasm goes there pretty far, right?
Make a
okay.
perception check.
Yeah, let's do this. I'll look down the chasm because I can definitely do that. It's a 21.
How far is your dark vision?
60 feet.
You see that the chasm is at least 60 feet deep.
The chasm looks pretty deep, so as far as I can see.
I mean, if no one else wants to do it, I will.
Wait. How high
I
up
mean,
how far
where's
to the
my
ceiling? How high up is the ceiling?
That's a good question.
At least 60 feet.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, if you want to technically count it as 2 turns, my echo can make it.
Is there any like anything that a rope would be able to latch onto on the other side? Or a dagger maybe attached to a rope?
Well, here's a thought.
So logistically, like tying a dagger and a rope together
No, here's
just
a thought.
doesn't work.
It doesn't.
So,
Yeah, not unless you have like a loop at the end of the dagger.
so here's the thing. Naoki turns into something small.
Well, I'm
We
concerned
cast
about.
Emmeline casts Featherfall on whatever Naoki turns into. Then whoever is strongest, we tie the rope to Naoki. We throw him across the chasm. We're holding onto the rope on the other end. He lands on the other end, ties it to something, and then we go across.
Why does he
Wait,
not
why
just
can't-
turn into a bird?
Yeah, or a bat.
Or a bat.
I don't think he's ever done that.
He turned into a
Also-
bat, did he not?
Also, how much weight does kind of bat hold? I mean, it'd be
Like, I
much
think it
more
was
fun
like
to throw him.
2 pounds.
African or European?
English
I'm
is
sure I put
very
it around him. I'll put it around him. I'm sure he'll be fine.
I mean, technically speaking, it says I can move my echo up to 30 feet in any direction.
But it
It's
has to
only
be
when it goes
on a
more than 30
surface.
feet.
Okay. So how about
doesn't
this?
say that.
You jump off the span. You halfway through, you summon your echo. As you are falling, you switch places with it, send it forward again, and you might make it to the edge before you fall to your death.
Okay, so 50 feet of hempen rope. First of all, does anybody have rope?
Yes.
50
Yes.
feet of hempen
Nearly
rope
everybody.
is 20
I have-
pounds. So
I have
my
silk
thing
rope.
is with this saw process that you guys are having, it's like the 50 feet of hempen rope. If attached to a light object like a dagger, no matter how hard you throw it, that is not making
the
50
dagger
feet
thing.
across.
Not unless you
because
swing it.
It needs a heavier weight at the end.
Well, even if I
Because the
shot
drag
like an
of
arrow.
the rope is going to pull back enough the resistance.
Can I cast? Can I
How
make a
have-
monkey's fist on one end and then use a reef knot to tie two ropes together and then lob it across?
2 nopes.
Ropes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You cast Feather Fall on Naoki. You throw
Oh.
him while he's attached to it.
No echoes can fly.
Yeah, but
They can move in the air, even including up and down.
How close
so,
does it have to be to swap with it though?
there is no minimum distance. The only thing that it requires is I have to have at least 15 feet of my own movement still. So I can move it 30 feet in one turn, move it another 30 feet in that same turn, and then swap, and then it'll disappear.
Can it be more than 30 feet away from you?
It can only be up to 30 feet away at the end of a turn.
But you're still teleporting with the rope. So like, what does that?
I thought once you got without through like further than
Nope.
30 feet away from it, it disappeared.
It specifically says if your echo is ever more than 30 feet from you at the end of your turn, it is destroyed.
Yeah, if it does say that, then yeah, I guess it wouldn't
which
be
means
destroyed until
I
after
can
he
make
swaps.
it go. I can make it go out 30 feet, stop, do another 30 feet, swap, and technically speak, and then it will
Can it
be destroyed.
hold objects?
No, but he would hold the object, and then when he swaps, he's got the object in his hand. No.
How does that work though?
No,
I'm
that's
assuming
not how
they're-
that
Because
would work,
we're
your
swapping
echo is
one
a
to
ref-
one. It's
your-
not like whoosh.
Your echo is a reflection of you in a current moment in
Yeah.
time.
So the rope would just.
So I would be over there, but my echo would just then be standing there holding the rope, and then poof, and then drop the rope.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
so
So my original
hear me
plan,
out.
We have
Okay.
Naoki turn into a small animal. We tie the rope to him. You cast Featherfall on it. Somebody throws him really hard. Renatus has made his way over there. He catches him.
I have a good idea, right? I have a good idea. Listen. We all have explorers packs, or a lot of us do, right? Diablo has an explorers pack. Renatus gets to the other side. He takes, I don't know, something heavy like a pan from his mess kit, and then ties it to the end of the rope, throws it over there, and the Renatus fastens it to something on the other side.
What if we all just take the feather falling and just full send it and try
I mean,
to
but
climb
feather
up?
falling, yeah, we could, but we don't know what's at the bottom.
What if my
That's-
arrow's just really strong and I can just
We won't-
attach the rope and shoot it across?
We won't hit the bottom. It's a 10 feet per round situation.
What I would do for Casimir right now.
But I mean, can you, once you jump off, can you direct where you're falling? I don't think you can.
Let me
That's the issue
review
with
my
that.
let me review my
That's what
notebook
I
real
said.
quick.
I
But if we
think,
just calculate where to go, I believe in.
Naoki turns into a small creature. We tie the rope to him. We throw him with Featherfall, and then Renatus catches him midair, throws him again, teleports to the other side, and catches him when he's on the ground.
Does anybody know Mage Hand?
no,
Yeah.
Mage Hand only goes 30 feet anyway, doesn't it?
God damn it!
All right, I'm
I was
gonna.
gonna say you could just Mage Hand the rope over. I'll teleport over and then tie it off.
This is why I'm saying
What?
you can teleport over there, and then I can throw the rope to you with something heavier than a dagger,
Okay.
Like a small animal.
or something that wouldn't cost any resources,
Like a small animal.
like a
Like a
heavy
player.
pot. No, I mean Naoki would have to spend a wild shape
That's
and a
fine.
feather fall.
That's fine.
But I could.
Plus, there's a chance I miss
Miss
Are we?
what?
the
Is
catch.
there
Oh,
And then I'm still holding onto the rope, and I pull it back up.
Oh yeah,
When
and then we
have
just
I
try
ever
again.
made a wrong choice before, guys. I only make correct choices.
I feel like there's probably a solution that doesn't involve us being idiots.
Did that slurp come across? I hope it did.
Does my,
Maybe we
does
just,
my idea
just
sound
go. Maybe we just go.
bad? I feel like my idea is a pretty sound one.
Wait,
We all-
yeah. Have
we all-
Diablo pick up a rock and throw it right now just to test it.
We all jump to our deaths.
Sure. Look, Diablo's gonna.
Y'all in
You
campaign
said it's
4.
at least 60 feet down. Diablo will grab a rock and drop it into the chasm to hear how far down it is.
You really believe Diablo can do that math?
Yes, he's not stupid.
Well,
Sneaking out-
based on the amount of seconds it took for the rock to fall and the sound and the decibels of the echo, I'd say it's pretty fucking far.
So,
Can I do that?
Diablo dropping the rock. Several seconds pass without a sound.
Okay, so it's either there's water at the bottom that we can't hear or something like that,
But you would
or-
hear a swoosh.
maybe yeah, or it's just a bottomless pit.
It's like in like Wind Waker, like the guy goes sploosh. No.
I know what you're referring
It
to.
hasn't hit the ground yet. Still hasn't hit the ground.
I
mean,
can
can
only
we-
cast.
Ow.
What were you going to say, Chloe?
I can only cast Feather Falling on 5 people.
Well-
So
We don't need to cast it on Naoki.
I'm gonna cast it on Naoki, Diablo, myself, Renatus,
Let's hold on.
Nope,
for now.
I don't need it.
and
Why don't we see if there's another place we can cross that's a little bit further past? Because I feel like we're being idiots.
I think this is the only reasonable suggestion.
No, this is the only point we can cross.
okay.
Oh god. Craum, why don't you fire a firebolt up into the ceiling and see if there's anything up high?
Okay. I just fire it straight up, I guess.
What is
I
the
mean, it
range of
says it has-
fireball bolt? Isn't it like 120 feet?
I think it's
I
90.
think so. Yeah, 120 feet. So
120.
Damn, I'm good. The fireball goes up about 100 feet, and then like hits some sort of like stalactite
Yeah.
formations,
Oh.
stalactite formations,
So-
and then you start to hear this squeaking sound, and it starts to crescendo into a dull roar, and thousands of bats begin to swarm through the chasm, going from the west to the east.
Somebody
West
tie a
east.
rope to one of them.
They don't attack you. You just seem to have startled a mass collection of bats up on the
Damn.
top of this cave.
This is Talia's origin as Batwoman, by the way.
Did we see any other like tunnel while we were walking that might be a way around, or is
It's
this
possible.
really
Perchance.
okay?
I mean, this is a rail crossing, but there has to be a solution. I like my solution. I really do. I really want to try it, but it requires consent from Naoki, so.
what if there's a magical bridge that's invisible to the eyes,
Well, we can
That's
take a look to see if there's
been left here?
a lever.
Maybe Diablo just dropped something into the chasm, so I'm not sure that that's existent.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah, but
magical.
what if it wasn't right at that point?
Maybe it only is affected by living organic matter, for
This
which a
may
rock
be a
would not
test
be.
of
It's a
Fate.
split bridge.
It's
Did
so
somebody
here's an
ask
idea.
for plot armor?
How about this, Alexis Craum, and maybe a test of faith? The bridge might still be there. Why don't you walk out and see what happens?
I'm okay. Thanks.
I think
I really do believe it would be easiest just to send someone across and have them climb up and tie the
All right.
rock.
Renatus is gonna call his echo and it just be like standing in the middle of the chasm.
Okay. All right. Here's Featherfall.
comment
Good luck.
music. Did the
I don't need
comment
it.
just start?
Just take it anyway.
Okay.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
So you're gonna like swap places with your echo in midair and then move it and then swap places again.
No. I can just tell it to move even further and swap, and then it'll just disappear. And then I'm on the other side.
Okay.
Easy.
So that's
Like I do right now, and I'm on the other side.
All right.
Okay. So now we just need to throw the rope
Mm.
to him.
Yeah. Okay. So Diablo will take a heavy object from his mess kit.
Naoki.
Or a big rock. There could
Yeah,
be.
Did anyone think we could literally end up accidentally falling as we're halfway, like trying to get across?
Well, we're gonna have
That's
to
what
find a
the
place to
falls.
tie it on
So
both
I will
ends.
I
say-
thought.
So you guys, I need you guys
Yeah.
to. I'm just saying this. You
Yeah.
can try, but logistically, unless you have a full 50-foot radius to swing something around in a circle, when you throw an object and the rest of the rope is at rest, unless you can throw that heavy object very hard, and throwing something that's 20 pounds is difficult to throw a far distance with which it will require an athletics check if this is what you want to do, but I need, like, it has to be heavier. The heavier the object, the higher the DC, but the more likely it is to succeed, if that makes sense, because as that object at rest starts to move, that gets resistance on the object that you're throwing, right? Does this make sense? Like how you guys are picturing it?
Basically, yes.
So
I
your
get it.
mess kit is plates, utensils.
Well, we got some like steel
Okay.
from the rail. That would be pretty heavy, right?
If you can pull that
Yeah.
up and throw it hard enough. How heavy is like
assuming
a
at
shot
least-
put, for example?
Like an Olympic shot
Does
put.
anybody have like a javelin they can attach to it?
Again, you're
shot puts like
dealing with
8
resistance.
pounds.
It's like 16 pounds, or 7.26 kilograms if you're
Damn.
competing as a man. That requires a lot of strength to throw.
But it is
Yeah.
doable. It is possible.
How far do they throw them?
See, the thing
Pretty
is,
damn
if
far.
It's, if it's Naoki,
Let's
you can
do
cast-
research.
If it's Naoki, you can cast Featherfall
On
on
an
it. If it's a
Olympic
rock, you can't.
level,
23.3 meters.
roughly.
It says the farthest
get the
shot
feet.
put thrown in history is 77 feet. You can totally do this, Diablo.
All right.
the cave is 50
oh.
feet. But you have-
23.56 meters. Sorry.
Yeah. What if you try to throw 2 ropes at each other and try to like get them to latch over each other midway?
Yeah, that should work.
Wait,
In
hold on,
the
hold on,
past,
hold on,
I've
hold
been
on.
very easy going when it comes to like, no solid rock wall. Let me stab an axe in it.
Can you throw something using Mage
I've
Hand?
allowed it to happen.
No, I don't think so.
No.
A mage
Not
can
at all.
only
No,
pick something
not
up
really.
that's like 5 pounds or 10 pounds. I think.
I think 10. 10 is the
10
max.
pounds is the max.
Okay, but can it throw it? Because then you can only have to go halfway and then throw it from that point. And then that's less you have to go.
If only we had a DM to
check.
answer this question. I don't know.
Damn, that's crazy. Can you do that, DM?
Can you throw an object with fucking mage hand? I don't know.
No.
It says you can use it to manipulate objects, open doors, containers, stow or retrieve items, or pour like contents, but it can't attack, activate items, or carry
It's
more
only
than 10
actions
pounds.
are shove, fly, and throw.
Oh, so it can.
It literally has
Yeah,
throw
I'm
in the
sorry,
name.
I'm sorry, that's Baldur's Gate 3.
God damn
Oh,
it.
no.
I'll also point out that it should have a weight restriction as well.
How
Okay,
big is
but guess
the rock?
what? You're halfway across the chasm already. It doesn't have to be that much heavier now. It can actually be lighter than having to go the full 50 feet.
I do not.
I mean,
there
if you
even
can,
anywhere
if you
to
can
tie
get an
the rope?
object that's heavy enough and you can roll high enough on an athletics check to throw it, I'll allow it.
It's up to
While
you.
this is happening, if I was just gonna ritual cast detect magic while they're mulling this over, I want to see if there's anything that stands out.
Is there any like abandoned minecarts?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we take one of the wheels off one of the minecarts? Would that be heavy enough?
That might, yeah, and it's got a hole already, so you just tie the rope through.
Over 10 pounds.
I don't think we're talking mage hand anymore now.
No, yeah, I'm just talking about comparatively to the rope.
Oh,
Would that be like around? Can I do mind
Are we-
math?
Are we able
Figure
to
it
take
out.
the rope
We
off?
can
Are
always
we able
do
to
more
take
than
the
one
wheel off the
wheel.
minecart?
Make an intelligence check, Cram.
Thank you.
We could always just do more than one wheel.
17.
A set of
Okay.
4 weighs 34 pounds.
Did you just look that up?
Yeah.
Evelyn is smart enough. She probably
About 2
read a book
minecart
about it.
wheels. Your thought process as you're like having a brain blast moment. You basically 2 minecart wheels, about 17 pounds, 16 pounds. In terms of game
Guys, I think
mechanics,
two-
if it were to get an athletics check, I will say of 17 or higher, it would work.
Okay,
Let's
How
make
do I
let's
support
try
it?
that.
but we got multiple attempts because it's attached to a rope,
Yeah, I
so
can
long
bring
as
it back
somebody
up.
holds onto the end so it doesn't literally.
and we have more than 50 feet, right?
Yeah, I mean, we-
slipped
okay.
right through my fingers.
Valerie's not giving you her fancy rope. That's all I'm telling you.
Can I tie my rope onto the end that we're not throwing? So like we've got 100 feet of rope basically.
Yes, because otherwise it would have failed automatically. Because it's 50
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah,
You
it was
need
just-
you need extra rope to tie, guys.
Yeah.
All right,
Because that's how math works.
we do that. We'll do that, and then Diablo will take 2 cartwheels and then swing it around and throw it to Renatus on the other side.
Can I get an
Yes.
athletics check, please?
Okay,
Did we
You're
tie
really
down
good
the
at
other
this.
end?
it's a
We're holding-
16.
It's a 100-foot rope. It's fine.
So you start to spin this around vertically. You let go, and it's the point at which you let go is a little bit too soon, and it hits the bottom, like right below Renatus' feet, and starts to slide down. The party grabs the rope, begins to pull it back in. You can make another
How's
Alright.
that?
attempt if you
How's
wish.
that detect magic coming?
It's a 10, so that doesn't work. Same deal.
10, you notice that the place of which the wheels are being tied, and they're starting to crack a little bit from the impact into the rocky wall. Go ahead and make another attempt.
It's a 14.
You feel like if you throw one more time and this were to fail, you might lose the wheels.
Hey, good thing carts have 4 wheels. That's a 12.
Well,
As that happens, the wheels crack and start to fall into the tunnel below.
May we retry with the other 2 wheels left on the minecart?
Sure. If
Okay.
We got
have
Right,
full
you may.
4
y'all.
wheels.
Here's the question, because I'm assuming I'm trying to
Need more
recognize
minecarts.
magic. Is there any magic stuffy things that around this area? or
Other
is it
than
nothing?
like the crystals, no.
Okay.
All right.
Guys, just use Dimension Door. What
I
are
rolled
you?
a 19.
Low
Yeah.
level? 19. Upon this happening, it throws over and gets Renatus square in the chest. Renatus,
yeah.
I need you to make a sleight of hand or dexterity check. I'll leave it up to you. Or athletics. Sorry, I meant to say a acrobatics or athletics. It's up to you.
Acrobatics or athletics? Which one
Gotta
of those
catch
is
all that.
better? Definitely acrobatics. So
All right.
I accidentally moved my mouse while clicking, and it just highlighted the word. That is a 6.
Oh no.
Make another throw.
Does it
It's just-
bounce off of him into the pit, or does it land at his feet?
I said it gets square in the chest, bounces off back into the pit.
All right.
Renatus is
so
gonna
funny.
step back a few feet. All right.
25.
I need another
Holy
check.
shit.
I need another check.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can
7.
do it.
I did take I took a few steps back though.
For fuck's sake.
Does my even if Renatus doesn't catch it,
Make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can get the wheel before it falls off the cliff.
Okay.
would
Well,
it fall
I
into
think the
pit
wheels
if
have
it's
already
there?
well fallen off at this point.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, are you? Let's go! First try. Didn't even break a sweat.
So now we have the ultimate question. How do all of us actually cross this? Because some of us aren't very strong.
Wait,
I
how dark is it in here?
said-
It's time
I
to
just
get
realized-
strong.
It's
How-
complete
how
darkness
dark-
outside the soft red glow of the crystals on both sides of the cave, giving off a 10 feet of light, or 5 feet, 5 feet.
Y'all should have like torches, right?
I still have light going on my
Okay, cool. So
situation.
I can't see then.
I can't see.
I already said that there's crystals giving you a little bit of light.
Okay. Okay. I'll stagger around in the
And then
dimness
one of
and
you has the
look
light
for something.
cantrip. I assume that at some point you guys would just cast light on the wheels.
You know what you could do? You can cast light on the rope.
Hey, there you
Hold
go.
on.
Please.
I can do that. Easy peasy. Boom. Done. And we're gonna make it
The hell is that
blue. A nice, clear blue color.
sound? Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna look around for something to tie this off on.
So
How about the remnants of
we're-
the bridge, mighty guy?
Oh, is that there? My bad.
It's on both sides, except there's a 50-foot gap.
Okay. Well,
Or there's splintered wood and shit.
I'm gonna like kick one of the posts and make sure it's like sturdy.
Knocks
So-
out.
He knocks it over.
Hey, I mean, if it can knock over on a kick, would you want me to tie the rope to that?
Part of the chasm collapses. Is now a 100-foot gap.
Oh my
All
god.
right. Well, I'm teleporting back, and we are going home. Anyway,
Turn this into a-
but yeah, I'm gonna like try to like
Yeah.
give it a good shove to see if it'll be sturdy
It
enough.
seems sturdy
Can I-
enough.
Okay, I tie the rope.
Can I deliver some crops to the community center so somebody can repair this bridge?
Yeah. Diablo will tie it off on the other side.
What did you say earlier? Just called the elf Hicks. They'll have it fixed in like a week.
Rather than that, he will hold it himself while other people cross first, and then he'll tie it off when it's his turn.
Okay.
Yeah, but why don't we tie it and you hold it at the same time?
Yeah, I mean either works.
Yeah,
So-
do that thing where you wrap it and then you hold it.
I'm going
Yeah.
to assume for safety we would want to fashion some kind of safety harness. So we would tie a rope that we could slide along that rope.
You got more rope?
I have rope.
Somebody else have more rope.
I do have rope. So you can have mine.
And we'd go one at a time?
Nah, let's all go at the exact same time, and then all get stuck in the middle, so it bends like this, and then you have to like.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It
No.
is tied in the middle, so, you know.
I need everybody as they're crossing the rope. It's going to require an athletics check.
Not
Oh.
everybody.
Whoever wants to go
I'll go.
first.
I'll go
Um,
first. Oh, unless you wanted to go first, Emily.
Oh,
Wolfram?
definitely not. You go for it.
Okay, I'm going for it. Here we go.
Emily, be prepared to catch this feather faller. Just in case.
Again? Yeah, okay.
8. Come on.
We did tie a safety harness.
What does the 8 mean? Oh no.
So, I mean, you did tie a safety harness. I'm gonna let y'all cross without checks, actually.
Okay. Valerie
Thank
drops
you,
the wand of
DM.
fireballs as she crosses.
Lord.
You remember that?
As you make it to the other side, what
Why
would you
did
all
the
like to
party
do?
cross that bridge?
Can we regather the rope for further future use? Go ahead and
requires it to
re-ration
be
that out to
untied on the
everyone.
other end.
Unless Diablo's gonna
Interesting.
swing and like
No, no.
And,
No.
and hit.
Renata's just
Okay.
teleport across,
Listen.
untie it, teleport
Oh
back, and we
my
pull it back.
god!
We can.
I mean, he can do that. He can do that.
We can Listen. We're probably going to have to come back this way. It is just rope. We can buy more, right?
Yes,
I rope though.
it's a great
So
point. I
let's
didn't
recover
consider we would have to
Talia's
come
rope.
back.
Yeah, if you want to take mine like off, then obviously when we come back, we can put it back on.
I have 50 feet of silk rope, which I prefer not to use because it's not meant for this kind of work. But
I can buy you more silk rope.
yes, but what would I use it? What if I don't have it? What do I use when I try to go to sleep?
You. Anyway, we should keep
I
going.
don't. That doesn't make any sense. It's when I turn into a werewolf in the middle of the night. I have to tie myself up, and I don't want to leave.
Awoo! Just like a
All right.
Keep going.
Yes.
Follow.
How long did that take us?
I'll
that
say
count? Was that-
about an hour.
Was that a short rest?
That was not a short rest. The amount of
By the way,
thinking y'all did, that is not light activity.
Oh,
It is the
Oh,
most-
God.
it's the most stressful activity ever happened in
I
D&D.
still
is-
think that I still think my plan would have been the best plan, but we got it going. That's.
And now, as you're walking through the cave, you find a closed door.
Nice.
Diablo kicks it open.
I'm kidding. It's not a door. It's like, oh,
You
just
sure
have-
somebody doesn't want to like get the measurements of the thickness of the door to calculate for the barometric pressure it would take to open the lock?
I'm just trying to
let's-
pick the
let's-
lock. I'm not detecting any magical presence.
Okay, well, let's check it. Let's check
Guys.
if there's any magical traps on this.
There's no
and-
door. There's no key. There's no door.
There is no door, or there is
It's
no.
gone.
Valerie always.
The real door was the friends we made along the way.
God damn it!
You walk about another hour. The amount of the fog is continuing to get a little bit thicker as you have your faces covered with cloth, that sort of thing. And at some point you come to the end of the minecart track where it's some sort of station where the minecarts, when they were sent along the way, they would be received, unloaded, and then shipped off to different places. To what end, you do not know, but you are back in the ruined part of the city.
I wonder if we took the other tunnel, we could have ended up here without going across the bridge.
I mean, I feel like we could have just gone above ground, but
We would have had
Who
to find
knows?
our way back down here.
At
But
this
now you
point,
wanted to send an animal
The
across.
red fog is a very thick haze, like a smog. It's obscuring your vision anywhere beyond 20 feet, regardless of what dark vision you have. That is how thick it is. And there's also a lot of this moss all over the place. And you start to notice a little bit of white specks moving about the area as well. This larva that has the red and black veins, I would say, across their bodies as you're walking about the place. You feel this energy in the air that makes the hair on your arms and legs stand up with this uneasiness about you. There's something in the back of your skulls telling you that you should turn away. This slight pain of panic and anxiety at the base of your skull, sending a chill up your spine. What would you like to do?
I think we should leave. I think this is a bad idea.
I think we're really close.
That worries me more.
Which way do we go? Emmeline's just gonna kind of like look around through this fog because it's a bit disorienting. Is there any debris that looks promising, or does it all look the same?
So, as you are looking about the place, go to make a perception check.
Okay. 7.
7. Looking around, you do not see anything that is exactly a clear path. I mean, there are streets that are open. There's a lot of rubble here and there, but it's not nearly as blocked as the previous section of the city that you were in.
Do you guys want to keep going?
I do feel like we've come like this far. Like we could try.
We can certainly try, yes. I just,
All right.
I'm a little
Yes.
worried.
I honestly wonder if many things could live in this in this area.
I wonder that dwarf was taken in the middle of the night to be corrupted. Somebody bring them here on purpose. What's doing this? I mean, is this some creature or is this just some corruption caused by the failure of magic in the city? If it's not a monster we can kill, this may not be something we can fix.
No, but it would be important to recover enough data about the situation and report that to maybe someone who could. Maybe people who are stronger than us. We wouldn't really know what to tell anyone if we just went up there. A red fog.
As you are debating your options, you begin to feel a sense as your hearing is starting to get filled with the sounds of a panicking crowd. Shadows within the red smog begin to appear as you're starting to see what you gather are reflections of the city's last moments, the thousands of people that were buried under the collapsing cave, mothers grabbing their children and holding them close just as a stone begins to fall on top of them, people shoving each other out of the way, trying to get through away from this horrible cataclysmic event that took place over 50 years ago. But what is causing you to see these visions in the fog?
Is everyone else seeing this, hearing this?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm suspecting it's the plants.
Should destroy this place.
We will.
No saving throws, no status effects that you're currently under. Just visions dancing in your peripheral vision.
Don't pay them too much mind. Just remember what we're here for. We already know the history of this.
We're here for money and glory.
Discovery. A new sword. Talia.
I think we're just gonna have to go through. I don't think there's really sort of any other idea. Even if it's trying to maybe warn us away.
Well, we're being corrupted into those creatures.
Just pay it no mind. You'll be fine. We'll be fine. Just, follow me. Emmeline will kind of like start just stepping into what I'm assuming is a collage of trauma in the form of these visions of the past.
We
that
could
are
hold
around.
hands. All hold hands so that anything happens, at least we're all connected and we might not be able to be pulled away from each other.
I think that's a good idea. If we're all comfortable with that.
Of course.
We should take 50 feet of hempen rope, right? And we should tie each other together.
I mean, I have the silken rope. We can tie all of our wrists together. I don't
Okay.
want to chafe.
No.
We'll
To
hold
be
hands.
fair though, if we end up tying our wrists together, we might not have the opportunity to
Yeah,
react
I
to
mean,
anything that comes towards us.
Diablo wouldn't be able to kick one of us in the head.
He still maybe could.
He probably could. He could also hit you with his tail.
Here, we can use that 50 feet and tie it around our waists. Give about 10 feet in between.
Let's just hold hands.
Okay. Should we have a code word in case we get separated?
That's not a bad idea.
Kevin.
I like it.
Our safe word is Kevin.
The woman from Home Alone.
You begin to navigate your way through the panicking crowd as a shadow or a echo of what happened here, like for example, runs into Emmeline, who's leading the way. It dissipates in a cloud of smoke and then reforms on the other side of her as the vision continues to move past. You hear this a rumble, and Talia, you look up to see this massive stone hurling towards you, about to crush you under its weight. Do you react?
Yeah. I'm gonna try, however, to jump and roll out of the way as much as I can, I guess.
Letting go of our hands.
So
Yeah.
Talia jumps out of the way,
Kevin!
and the rest of you watch as she jumps out of the way, and this stone comes collapsing down and dissipates into mist.
Kevin?
Kevin!
Did anyone grab Bernatus's hand? Wow, that's crazy.
We're all holding hands.
Nope.
You're holding
I never
your
agreed.
Echo's hand.
Nope. I never agreed to go.
No, we didn't grab Renatus's hand, but Diablo's got both of his hands in Renatus's back pockets.
Who's holding on to Diablo's tail?
Craum, you hear a voice whisper into your mind. You can save these people, fulfill your purpose, what you were made for.
Can I answer back in my mind, or do I have to
Say out loud.
tell me how? I will. Just tell me how, please. Anything.
We didn't say anything. What are you talking about?
No, I can save them. We must carry on. I can save these people.
Yeah, they've been dead for decades.
But it must be the. I don't know. Let's just carry on.
Just don't listen to it.
Yes.
I'm very serious, Craum.
What if his secret name was actually Kevin? Yes, we continue on. Kevin.
At this
Can I whistle a tune, by the way, as we go?
Yeah.
Just a very, very slight whistle to try to keep everyone's audio away from that voice.
Go ahead and make a. I'm gonna have you make a persuasion check.
I was just gonna sing, "Wait, I'm coming for you."
Do 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 do.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. Moving forward.
Wait for me, I'm coming for you. Sorry.
You continue to move through the streets of the city as as you continue to move, the images of these people start to turn to be a lot more realistic, a lot more lifelike, less like smoke and mirror illusions, but more solid. Although when you interact with them, they do continue to pass through and around you. You see ceilings collapse, bridges fall, houses cave in as whatever magic was supporting this city from being carved too thinly or too without much thought of any kind of mechanical or physical aspect, lost its magic. On the day of Tears of Tumes, the world may have been saved from being destroyed and remade. Some heroes even became gods. But the world still suffered from the events of that day. What happened on the last floor of the Tower of Allura. The world became very badly damaged. Civilizations nearly collapsed, and some very much did. People huddled together in corners in these massive cities where it was the only safe place those who did survive. And this is one moment of a sudden change of the fundamental workings and natural order of the world. Just one city. You begin to sense. Go ahead, Emmeline.
Oh, just as we're moving through this crowd and it begins to get more realistic, as she's leading the group, she becomes much more tense as they become more realistic, to the point where she's preparing to shoulder check a lot of these people, but obviously they dissipate. So it's just that they are coming at us.
As they're becoming more clear, can I do a history check using my knowledge from a past life to see if I recognize where we are?
Make a history check.
All right. And with that, I will use my 6 immediately after seeing the number on the d20. Got it. Shit, I might not even need it, but I already commit to the bit.
Commit to the bit.
Woo! 23.
Hell yeah.
With an
As
at
you're
6.
seeing this city as it's being destroyed, it still has its a lot of the structures intact, as it seems to be kind of looping through, or you're only seeing as you continue to move forward. It's almost as if that part of the sequence begins as it becomes visible. So you're constantly experiencing its destruction, which might happen just about 10-15 minutes, if that. But as you're looking around the place, you've been here before. You might not have grown up here, but this city is eerily familiar. You begin to get a sense of where you in fact are, as if you've navigated these streets before. And you begin to walk ahead of the party, and you start to guide them towards the castle.
I've been here before.
What?
I don't know how I remember, but This is all strangely familiar.
What are we approaching then?
The castle.
Well, that's new. That ain't never happened before.
Did the king of this country die? Did the king of this country die in the fall of the nation? The ruler?
Make a history check.
12.
So, the king did not, in fact, fall during this. He did not die during the fall of the city. In fact, he is still alive to this day and ruling over the city.
Yes.
However,
of course.
he is very old. King Garaxian.
So she recalls and says, correct. King Garaxian managed to survive the fall of his city, his kingdom. So the source of this is in the castle.
Yes.
What did they have locked away?
I'm not sure. But it had to be pretty important if they were willing to take down an entire city just to stop people from getting it.
Don't think there was a choice to bring it down. You can blame that on the gods.
There's always a choice.
Yeah.
Emmeline, your foot slips on something slick on the ground.
Yoinks.
You look down and you see that you have stepped on a small pile of maggots. And upon them, you crushing them, you're kind of like your foot slipped a little bit from under you as their innards are very slick on the stone walkway. And as this, you look down suddenly, and with all of you around, the vision just stops. And you now see corpses, some partly under stone, some just huddled in the street, seems to have spent their last moments suffocated or starved as they've been trapped in this area. But there are just all over the place these larvae just crawling about.
Doesn't make any sense.
These people died decades ago. There should be nothing feeding on the remains.
Not only
I'm so
that, but
sorry.
where these events took place happened halfway across the world. This doesn't make any sense.
Magic failed everywhere, Renatus.
I understand that, but why are these visions here?
Come closer.
Don't want to come closer.
The voice seems to echo from the path that you're currently heading in.
Renatus will continue on toward the boys.
Emmeline will follow.
I guess we're going in head first.
Stepping on the maggots clearly upset Emmeline, by the way. She
It
was.
lost
That was good protein.
Does the rest of the party follow?
I guess so, yeah.
Yes, reluctantly.
Mm.
Does Renatus recognize the boys?
You do not.
Okay.
You begin to enter in through the collapsed gates of the castle. And the courtyard is very clear of any carnage that you witnessed throughout the city up till this point. Not a single thing seems to be out of place within the city walls. I rephrase the castle walls.
As we walk, Emmeline would like to keep an eye out for any glyphs or any like traps that could be laid out among this seemingly super clean.
Make a perception check. And then as you look across the courtyard, the main doors and leading into the castle, there's this just bright red glow casting light through the doorway. It seems to have a heartbeat, a pulse. The air around you crackles with energy and malicious intent, hunger, despair. Emmeline, looking around the courtyard, you do not see any glyphs, any tripwires.
Just the aura.
So we know this is definitely real and not like an illusion.
Yeah.
I
mean,
think so.
how would we know? Somebody
Seems-
pinch
Yeah, it seems pretty weird that this place just seems to look a lot better than the outskirts.
Has anyone done detect magic yet?
I mean, I don't want to waste a spell, but I can take 11 minutes if you prefer.
Or, well, I can just do it.
Okay,
I mean-
that's fine. Just flex a little bit on me. That's okay.
The castle itself is very interesting how it's architecturally built. It is not carved out of the mountain like the rest of the old city was. It was built, it was constructed as octagonal in shape, with rather than these peaks and towers that many traditional castles would be made in terms of defense. It is a large dome in the center, made of stained glass, still intact. Nothing fell within the walls of this castle.
But why did he not?
How is that
Let us-
possible?
I suppose I don't understand, because if magic failed, I mean, it would explain how the king survived if he was in this place.
Have we ever considered the idea that there were things before magic? Have
Anything you'd like to
considered-
specify?
Not that I know much about, but I implore us to play with the idea that we may be dealing with something that had power before magic even came into existence.
Maybe it's something like them trains or lifts that we got back in the city.
Yes, technology.
Maybe something like that.
Yes,
That
because
or something eldritch.
yes, with the nature of the fabric of the world instead of magic that flows through your veins.
Not sure.
Well, we only got one way to find out, right?
Yes. I wouldn't describe it that way, but we will find out.
Shall we proceed further and see what we're facing?
I guess we have to.
Just think happy thoughts, my friends.
I can think of a couple.
Force happy thoughts.
That doesn't seem
What do you mean
suspicious
by
at
that?
all.
Renatus will approach the door.
The door is open, my dude.
Oh.
There is no door. You just can walk in if you want.
As we go
Renatus
in-
will be first through the door.
As Emmeline follows, she's going to try to find a way to maybe find a map. Renatus, you seem to know where you're going. Do you know what this castle, what the layout is?
Unfortunately, I believe that is beyond even my knowledge.
Okay. If we find a basement, that, I feel that's where we should go.
We're looking for a dungeon or a laboratory or something.
Maybe. That's where a forge could be kept, right?
Do you think the forge is doing this?
I wonder if there was something the blacksmith was working on.
That's terrifying.
Be only one way to find out.
Can't we search for a pathway down? Maybe we should just follow the red glow.
Walking through the doorway, there are no walls within, no corridors, just a large octagonal building. There are pillars at each corner or vertice of this hall. Strange red glyphs glowing all about these spires. Some sort of, I would say, barrier or something, but it allows you to pass through, or you get a sense that it allows you to pass through if you so chose upon doing so. But through that translucent red barrier is a mountain of mostly dwarvish corpses. And crawling through the many bits and pieces of the bone are millions of larvae.
I can go in there alone.
This seems like a trap. Look at those people.
I don't believe it's a trap.
What do you
There's
think?
something very... Aren't these the remains of those of the city? I wonder if there is some kind of preservative within the fog.
Do you think that they didn't go inside seeking something? That's a literal mound of corpses.
It seems like a massive sacrifice with the amount of dead bodies.
Just... You guys can see in there. Just let me go look. Let me see if I find anything, and if I run into trouble, you guys can back me up. But it might be best if only one goes in at a time.
Seems like an easy way to die, doesn't it?
I have tricks for that. That doesn't scare me.
What's to say if the door doesn't let you back out?
That I'm not too sure about, but that's why we cannot all go in.
Does it look like any of the bodies were trying to crawl their way back out before they started to go, or does it look like they were just clambering over each other towards a single point?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
That's a really terrifying thought. Ugh.
22. As you're looking about the area, you see that there are some scuff marks on the floor leaning towards or away from the barrier. It seems, and as you're like observing the different positions of the corpses, some seem to have been placed there. But as you're like looking at some of the other ones, they seem to have been yearning inward towards something.
It looks to me like, looking at those bodies, it's like they were being drawn towards something that, like they were reaching for something against their own will, a desire to seek something that's inside.
Like a beacon of some sort?
Like a voice saying, I'm inside. This thing has already beckoned us forward.
I know
About
what I'm
how
walking into.
about how far away are the bodies from the barrier?
About 30 feet. There is no smell. There is no stench of rot.
Is a trap.
I'm highly suspicious.
You notice that something shifts from beneath the pile.
All right. I summon my echo in the barrier.
Oh.
Many of the larvae begin to move and center on a central point, and not at the echo, but about 10 feet in front of it. They begin to pile onto one another. And what you see is two legs begin to get formed, then a torso, arms, and a head. And you see this humanoid form comprised of writhing maggots, shifting and squirming, keeping a loose shape within each other.
Does it look vaguely shaped like Renatus's echo?
Just a general human shape, about 6 feet tall.
Okay.
Fear
Is there
not,
any?
for these children only feed on to those who have given in to despair. You all are much stronger than that.
Trust
You
me.
give us your word that no harm will come of us if we enter the barrier.
I will not harm you. You have my word.
I suppose there's no way to get like a vibe check on an ethereal voice.
Is there anything else in there, though?
It is just me and my children.
You say you will not harm us, but what of your children?
The voice seems to come from this body formed of the worms. I cannot control those corrupted by my presence, but you have managed to handle them all the same. You have even fought off the corruption.
Bye.
Does this barrier look breakable in any way, or does it seem pretty too strong?
The barrier itself allows you to freely pass through into the interior. It's not something that is like a wall or like a material for you to break.
Hmm.
Are there
Go ahead.
Are there like any runes around it that might like indicate like what the purpose of the barrier is, or like this is magical in construction? Valerie has a theory, but she's trying to figure out if it's not meant to. It's clearly not meant to stop things from going in, but is it meant to stop things from going?
Make an Arcana check.
Something from getting out, basically. It's a 5.
It's not. You're not someone who has studied or practiced magic in the sense of reading and understanding spells and glyphs.
Yeah. I feel like I don't understand this magic enough. My theory would be to suggest that it was a prison, but Emmeline, do you understand this? I mean, I fear that if we break this or we go in, that whatever it says, we're doomed to die, right?
There are risks that come with reward.
I know
Reward?
80% of what is happening.
I'm gonna have my echo come back toward us. Not
just don't
recalling
know
it,
if
but
it's-
having it just try to step back through the barrier.
And passes through.
Then again, your echo can pass through.
Yeah, I know.
So in that is what you should have done is switch places with your echo and then come back. Okay.
We're
Okay.
gonna do great things, right,
Emily.
guys?
Explain to us, you said you have an 80% understanding. You've been the one who's driving us forward. Tell us what you're seeking, what you think is inside.
What I believe is happening, is and I don't have a name. A name has not been established between us and our host. I believe this is a containment center for a very powerful being. Something akin to a god, but unaffected by magic. Maybe affected by magic, obviously it's held in containment. These are the things I'm confused about, the 20%. But I'm not sure. This is why I want to go in and ask questions. I'm not sure exactly what is going to be asked of us to help to destroy the containment. Where will it go?
I presume it's going to feed, corrupt, make more of those monsters.
But
I did not make those monsters.
it was a lack of their discipline. Their ability to resist.
Their ability to resist the emanation of this entity, which are very clearly corrupted outside of this sphere. If this is a magical ward of some kind, it's not working as intended.
Fine.
I just wonder. We have a lot we want to do. We have questions. We could get answers. Or we could turn around.
What makes us so special that we weren't corrupted?
Y'all are adventuring with me?
I mean, I assume that you are immune by the nature, but we've got a whole variety of different people. We've got 2 humans with us. Humans don't generally have any special resistance to magic.
It just
Listen,
seems very
I,
highly suspicious.
Everything we've walked into has been suspicious so far. We trusted a spider. Big ass spider.
Yeah, but it was a spider with a flower on its head, so we could
Yeah.
flowers.
You could dress it up, it's still a fucking spider.
What's the
The
difference?
spider wasn't corrupting an entire city worth of people.
Yeah, the spider's a spider. I mean,
And this thing says it ain't either.
Then what is?
We gotta keep moving to find out. Twiddling our thumbs ain't gonna do anything.
How do we know he's not lying? We
We
don't know
don't.
whether
One way
he's
to
telling
find
the
out.
truth of any of this.
Renatus is walking
Lies were
in.
invented
Renatus steps through.
by mortals and demons. I am older and greater than that. I do not lie.
Unless that's a lie.
How do we know that's not a lie? Yeah.
Too late. Renatus steps through.
We just gotta find out. I think it's ultimately the solution here. We find out or we go back. And leaning more towards moving forward.
I suppose there's no glorious victory in walking away. But there is something about living to fight another day. Emmeline? Keep yourself aware you are too driven to move forward, and consider that you might be in the process of being manipulated or corrupted.
I can understand your concern, but I have enough evidence to show that I'm coming from a semi-objective place.
Okay.
Mostly objective.
If you turn, we will make sure your death is painless.
It's the kindest thing you could do.
Yeah, I'll make sure I hit you one time in the head as hard as I can. Shoulda.
If you hit between the vertebrae here and here, she'll go ahead.
Yeah, actually, he was in a fight once with a man. He punched his head so hard it just exploded. It was wild.
Yeah.
So,
Are you threatening me?
No, it's not a threat. It's an assurance that you won't suffer.
Okay.
does anything happen?
So far, nothing has happened to Renatus.
All right.
I'm gonna follow
He
Renatus
will.
in there.
He will turn back toward the party and kind of like look like he's examining the barrier and like put his hand to it.
It allows you to pass through.
Yep. Diablo will step in as well.
So can you go back and forth? That's the confirmation I need.
Mm-hmm.
It would appear so.
Can you step back fully? I just want to know.
The barrier allows them to do so.
Okay. Well, as they
I
say,
guess we go.
let's do this shit.
Yay! Oh god.
Valerie walks in.
I'm gonna walk in, but stay very, very close to Valerie.
How fresh are these bodies, by the way? Like
Make a medicine
fresh,
check.
you know, 50 years.
Make a medicine check.
50 years or so. Okay, gotcha. Medicine. I got a fat 15.
The bodies are of varied freshness. Some more than
Can I
others.
scavenge?
You're gonna walk past this entity made of larva in front of you?
I will give it a nod. Yes. But I'm very curious.
Walk off and eat it.
No.
Renatus will walk up to it. If I may, what do you know of those visions we saw?
A great calamity. Many deaths, so much despair. A rift between realms was torn open. Contained here. Barely, but contained.
Oh, I guess that explains why we were seeing visions of a destruction of a city that's halfway around the world.
This is contained, so whatever was inside here was being held.
It is me being contained here. This is my present.
Prison seems there's a reason he may be in prison.
But yet,
Yeah, there it is.
small fragment of my conscious exists here. Just a small one.
And where's the rest of you?
Beyond.
Is this like construction from another city? Like implication that this maybe fell into the mountain and isn't actually part of this kingdom?
I don't think so.
This seems
Yeah.
like a different like this was constructed not out of the
Yeah.
mountain, but it still seems to be the same historical era
Okay.
as the
Yeah.
rest of the city.
It's so foreign from all the other dwarven construction. I just had this vision of like a flying city collapsing and this like eldritch prison crashing into the mountain and getting burrowed in here. Sorry.
Say we were to help you. What would we get in return? Emmeline will kind of scoop up handfuls of maggots and larvae and just kind of set them aside as she attempts to go through these poor people's pockets.
You pickpocket it.
I am capable of great gifts.
And
You
what
were
happens?
not weak.
They all were.
What happens if we free you? What do you do?
I do not have a mind that can be read so easily. My thought processes are my own. They are not yours to understand, nor are you capable
Of such things.
Before the light of creation touched this world, there was chaos. I am a child of that chaos.
As are my brothers and sisters.
One has been freed already from its form. I am here, a fragment of what I once was.
Well, shit.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
My corruption spreads through this city and beyond it. I wish to go home.
I yearn to be part of the
Stars.
That last part
Perhaps.
sounded actually...
It sounded what?
Becoming part of the stars almost sounds like you plan to leave this place.
I can never truly leave.
Wherever there is despair, I am there.
Oh,
The
that-
primal feeling that you all feel when hope is lost,
That is me. But
I am lonely, so lonely.
that voice mod.
Why don't you just go find him a friend, and then you won't be lonely anymore, and then you can leave everyone alone.
Yeah, just give him Kevin.
No!
Destroy the pillars. Allow
Where's
me to
Beans when you need
leave.
him?
I mean, maybe think about this. The chaos and everything that we suspect is stemming from this. Maybe it'll recess.
Oh, it will spread over the entire city, the entire world. I mean, despair feeds on the lack of hope. And in that moment where magic failed, many people lost their hope. They gave in to their darkest desires, some fear, some hatred, some despair. Now, this is despair imprisoned. What happens if you release it fully onto the world? Do we fight these corrupted creatures in every kingdom, in every city?
I am not here by choice. I was summoned here by this cataclysm, and I was trapped here. As long as I remain, the mortals around this place will continue to be drawn to me. They will continue to become monsters that you face. They will continue to wreak havoc on those around them, spreading the corruption. Is that what you wish?
That is the
That's the
opposite
point.
Again, does it feel? I know it's hard to make a thing out of a voice. Does it sound like it's lying? Does Valerie's insight suggest
Make
that
an
it's
insight check.
Yeah.
I'm deeply suspicious.
Oh yeah.
Very, very deeply suspicious.
I feel
is
like
it-
it's an infection.
How's
you
it
know,
22
have
for
to-
you?
22. It said it does not lie. That is something that mortals made when they were influenced by demonic powers.
I mean, as much as I am terrified, we came here to protect these people. If this entity was trapped in whatever this prison was, which may not have been, you say it was your prison, was it crafted during the calamity, or did you just happen to get trapped in the prison meant for something else?
The rift opened up here. It happened here.
So you're a victim?
The mage returned
To slow the corruption.
and built this prison around the rift. I cannot return. I am contained here.
Do we have to make a decision?
It would be like removing the infected flesh. You know,
Or
preventing it from spreading.
yes. Or removing a dam and allowing it to spread to the entire system.
I fear that it has trickled through the system already.
Yes. And it is killing the people above.
Mm.
So, you either need to free it or find somebody who can reinforce the prison enough to stop it from seeping out. But if this is part of the chaos, the natural order, keeping this imprisoned, is that better?
Can you answer something for me? Thinking back on what I can remember. The tower. The Naria. No one ever knew what was at the bottom of that tower. Are you saying you're a part of what was there?
I am not. That was the incarnation of magic. A being of order. Personification of creation. What child is Zolna?
I don't think I can make a decision. I don't think I should. I'm not thinking straight.
The pile of corpses begins to shift.
By doing this for me, those capable of resisting my influence, my presence, I will reward you handsomely with this.
the wall of corpses falls, and now you see what they were yearning for. There is a very large, singular, worm-like tentacle in the middle of this pile, cracked with red, with an eye at the end, staring at all of you. And what happens next will be a story for another time. A being from the realm between realms, a term that has not yet been used in this campaign. What is this creature? He said that one has already been freed from his presence within this world as well. Well, who is he referring to? All these questions will be answered in future sessions of Prestige Encounters. However, that is the end of tonight's session. I'm your Dungeon Master, Salkos. I'm going to pass it on over to Jeremiah, who plays Diablo.
Thank you. Decisions, everybody. Do we free this thing? Do we go back? I suppose we will cross that bridge when we get to it, even if it takes us an hour and debates over ropes and stuff like that. But but yeah, interesting combat at the beginning of the session. We got to find out that it wasn't a new pet waiting for us at the end of the tunnel, but two gross insect things that don't like when we look at them. And yeah, cave full of bugs.
Not a fan.
Yeah, one of my least favorite things to run into in D&D. It presents a real challenge. Bugs are always really annoying for whatever reason. But yeah, great session. Like I said, a lot of decisions to figure out, or mainly just one big one. But with that, I'll pass it over to Quentin, aka Renatus.
Hello.
Haven't done that in a minute.
I know, right? Oh man, it has been. Whew. Well, it's good to be back. I've still got more catching up to do apparently, because I have no idea what these guys had going on in the time that I was gone. So, but I'm getting there. But yeah, great session all around. A little bit of fighting, a little bit of talky talk. What more could you ask for in a D&D session? Well, probably less rope bridge building, but you know, it's part of the experience. So yeah, that's all I got. So as always, thank you to everyone who was chatting up in chat tonight. Thank you to all of our wonderful players for bringing this amazing story to life each and every week here, and of course, thank you to our wonderful DM Salkos for putting this story together to bring us together each and every week that we can. Yeah, that's all I got. So with that, I'll pass it on to Guy.
Yeah, thank you for enjoying the first session of Rope Bridge Simulator 2025. So every week we will be going across a different chasm and fashioning another kind of rope bridge of some kind, thinking of ridiculous ways to fashion it. So this is basic engineering. Next week we will do it with 3 ropes. So yeah, you'll see it gets more and more complicated each time, and I'm very much looking forward to our ongoing campaign of Rope Bridge Simulator.
You thought you were here for a D&D campaign. Actually, you're here for Civil Engineering 101.
Howdy there. Nice to meet you. Welcome back to HGTV's Chasm Crossers.
It's your bits better.
I'm your host, generic white woman. And today we have a wonderful chasm centered in Venaria. Anyway, continue.
Not to be confused with the other famous bridge building show, Bridge Building Builders or Brothers.
Lots of fun stuff. A really big decision that we're going to need to make that, knowing from experience, we will make the wrong decision no matter what. And I look forward to seeing the consequences. But yeah, fun session. Thank you again for hosting this wonderful D&D game for us, Mr. Michael or Salkos. And gonna pass it on.
Gonna pass it on to the man with a boot in his face, Josh, who plays Craum.
How does that
Yeah.
leather taste?
No. Quite nice. I don't know. Robots don't taste anything, so who knows? You tell me, DM. No, really fun session today. I'm not gonna lie, I misheard Michael and I heard lava, so I just presumed lava was flowing through this place, and then I heard larva, and then I was like, oh, the little insect things. So
Yeah.
that was a big confusion that I was kind of having. But
I'm actually terrified of maggots. Fun fact.
So you're playing a game of the floor is larva.
yeah, that's what I thought was going on, and I was like, how are we just crossing this lava and acting like it's not here? But I'm not going to say anything because no one else is saying anything.
Quick,
So I was
use
like,
the skull
okay.
that small
Yeah,
child
like,
to
ah,
avoid the
yes.
lava.
I was like,
Picking up the lava.
We're
well,
obviously.
no, Michael was like,
crossing
it's
lava.
really smoky, so I was like, well, yeah, obviously there's lava about, and then he was like,
said
oh, the
foggy.
big, all the,
He said the
and then there was
fog,
like,
not the
used
smoke.
I did-
fog, mist, smog.
Never
I heard
smoke.
smoke. And then he said millions of lava, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. You would say that. That's not how that works.
I mean, I guess.
Emmeline actually has a spell called part larva.
Yeah, I was like, what? And then he said it was like coming together, and then I had to look up lava,
yeah.
and then I was like,
make all
nope,
this
that is
stuff
what
up on
lava
the
is.
fly. Sometimes I mispronounce words. Stop.
No, it's my
Start coming
fault.
together.
My fault, but you know, whatever. But no, other than that, really fun session.
Yeah.
Your dad
Yeah,
was a really fun
look,
session.
here's the thing.
To Emma.
If you think you missaid a word, and one, two, three, four, 5 other people heard it correctly, and only one person heard it wrong, I think it's the one guy who's in the wrong.
Yeah, exactly. It was definitely a me problem, but you know,
Yeah, you got committed.
my fault. I was like, cool, whatever. I'll just roll with it.
Yeah, if you read the recap while I was writing it, I did put larva at one, or maggots at one point. So
Well,
I don't read.
my fault. Yeah, but with that, I'll
You are
pass it on
maybe.
to Emmeline, played by
Chloe.
Chloe.
Mm-hmm.
My fault.
Yeah, there we go. There we
It's 4
go.
a.m. I'm allowed to die.
Yeah, you're good. Super fun. I'm very excited to finally be at the point that we've kind of been pushing towards for a couple of episodes. It's always you know, no biggie.
Trust Emmeline. That's the lesson of today.
Well, it's always really fun when you know, you have your out of character knowledge, but you also know what your character wants. So I've been really enjoying that lately because I get to play with that a lot. And other than that, I will always do my due diligence with looking up the weight of minecart wheels. So thank you very much. I hope Isaac feels better soon. Get good rest. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Talia, who's played by Megan.
I don't think I've got anything extra to say other than I am very, very highly suspicious of this thing. And through some of this, I was also very suspicious of Emmeline. She seemed ready to just kind of follow whatever it kind of said, so I was a little bit like, strange. I don't like this situation.
We just need Kevin to make the decision for us, and we'll be fine.
Yeah. Kevin is the new party leader.
Yeah.
Yes, I like it. But other than that, I found it very interesting. I really hope at least soon I get to find a sword, even though I'm better with the bow, but I still want my own sword still. But other than that, I did enjoy it. So I don't think I've got anything else to add.
The reward at the end of this is going to be a +3 bow anyway, so you'll be fine.
Yeah. I'll just hand it back to the GM then for you.
Hey, yo, thank you so much. And thank you so much for everyone being in tonight's session. Those who watched, those who are going to be here listening in the future. That's right, Mistra. And you know, it's been a great old time. We'll see you next week here at twitch.tv/LynchSouls at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. And we'll see you here throughout the week for the rest of our stream schedules as we continue to move on through this campaign and all the different games that we play. But that is all I have to say, other than Bye.
Farewell.
Bye.
Bye bye. Feel better, Isaac.